6-6 early on. And Garcia comes up shy of the iron, and the whistle blows, so North Platte will inbound it underneath the Scottsbluff bucket. Full length of the floor to go. Some token pressure now as Garcia picks up just shy of midcourt. Gracie Hanneborg to Callie, picks up her dribble, bounce pass to Abby Hedgecock. And they're going to shoot the three ball out of the left corner, knocking it down, Callie Hanneborg. 9-6 lead for North Platte here in the early going. 5:20 to play first quarter. Yada Garcia gives it to Dunkel. Dunkel picks up her dribble. There's Krentz in the corner right side. Back out high right side to Garcia. To Krentz. Short corner Jay. And that ball was partially deflected, I think, on the release on the shot. Then it comes down, and Abby Orr couldn't save it inbounds. It'll stay with Scottsbluff. 5:06 to play. First quarter action, and Scottsbluff has the basketball. Twombly catches right side near the corner, dribbles out near the high wing area. Now top of the key. Scottsbluff looking a little out of sorts here on this offensive possession. Dunkel has it taken away. 3 turnovers here committed by Scottsbluff early. In the paint, going from the right hand to the left hand. Unable to score was Callie Hanneborg, but Gracie Hanneborg picks up the loose ball on the floor. She's got 6. And Callie Hanneborg has 5. And Dunkel has 6 for Scottsbluff. We've got a whistle, and they're going to let a substitution come on after that ball was deflected away. 11-8 the lead right now for the traveling Bulldogs from North Platte. 4:23 to go in this first quarter. 9-9 for the Lady Cats. North Platte comes in 8-9. Ball loose, in and out of the hands there of McKenna Little, a 5'8" sophomore, on for the first time here for North Platte in the early going. It'll be Scottsbluff basketball. Second turnover committed by North Platte. Krentz catches left wing. Mariah Avila's into the ball game for the first time, the 5'3" freshman for Scottsbluff. Yada Garcia trying to go baseline, got cut off, bounce pass to Dunkel. She's double teamed along the baseline. We're going to have a reach-in foul called against North Platte, and I believe this will be on Peyton Negley. We'll check it. It is 1-5 the number. Negley picks up her first. Third team foul called against North Platte. Negley's out. Abby Orr checks back on for the Lady Bulldogs. A 3-point lead for North Platte. Good seal underneath, and Dunkel can't finish at the rim. Rebounded by McKenna Little. Into the front court, Hedgecock. Leaves it left wing for Gracie Hanneborg. Hanneborg being defended by Yada Garcia. A little floater with a right hand wouldn't go. Offensive rebound. They'll wipe away the bucket. A foul came on the floor, and McKenna Little in the right spot off that missed shot. Twombly picks up the foul, so she'll check out. That's her second. Abby Orr receives the inbounds pass. Hands it off to Abby Hedgecock. Hedgecock picks up her dribble, needs some help. Orr flashes on the wing left side. Orr, spin dribble. Now Hedgecock in and out of her hands. Hedgecock, dangerous bounce pass, a little light, not enough on it. And that's the third North Platte turnover. Dunkel got middle, tough angle shot, offensive rebound to Lockemer. They set it up, top of the key, 3 ball on the way, falls for Mariah Avila. Tied at 11 here in the opening quarter. And that'll be a turnover committed by North Platte as Gracie Hanneborg got along the baseline, nowhere to go. And her right foot touched up the baseline, turnover number 4. Yada Garcia leaves it for Lockemer. Lockemer back to Yada. Dunkel, quick little pump fake, goes strong, got it again. Mackenzie Dunkel has 8 points here in the early going. pressure from Scottsbluff. Bounce pass from one side to the other, ball loose. And that'll be another sloppy possession for North Platte. 5 turnovers so far in this first quarter. 2 minutes and 24 seconds to go. Yada Garcia handles the basketball into the front court. Being hounded by Callie Hanneborg. Now Krentz backs up behind the three-point line. Dunkel feeds Mariah Avila. Now Yada Garcia, Krentz on the catch. Again, really struggled, scored just 3 points. And it wasn't that she really struggled. She struggled to get the basketball, to get shots away, to get looks, to get touches. There's a touch and a 3-ball release. Can't knock it down. Right corner for Aubrey Krentz. 13-11 Scottsbluff. We go under 2 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Key game here for the Lady Cats as far as power points positioning coming down the home stretch. Gracie Hanneborg's little pull-up jump shot. Soft touch, but it comes off the backside of the iron. Blocking foul will go against Callie Hanneborg. That'll be her first personal. And with 1:45 to play, that foul on the floor. Cameron Hughes, a 5A junior, will check in now as Abby Hedgecock takes a seat for North Platte. Minute 45 to play in the quarter. Tight one early, 13-11. Scottsbluff up by 2. Some contact out high. No whistle, though. They'll play on. Scottsbluff basketball. Krentz, top of the key. Right side wing, Garcia. 90 seconds left in this opening stanza. Lockemer picks up the dribble. Bounce pass to her classmate, the freshman, Mariah Avila. She comes off left. Off the wing left side, losing the basketball in some traffic was Lockemer. Turnover number 4 committed by Scottsbluff. These two teams have combined for 9 turnovers in the opening quarter. Abby Orr, they move the basketball. Hanneborg. Callie Hanneborg has it, picks up her dribble. Abby Orr being defended on the perimeter by Mackenzie Dunkel. Under a minute to play in the quarter. And trying to find Abby Orr, who had her back turned to the basketball, and that ball intercepted. Leads to a run-out opportunity and a missed 3-point field goal for Aubrey Krentz. Hanneborg to Hanneborg, and again, stolen away underneath. 7 turnovers committed by North Platte. Lockemer back on the other end, shot blocked. And there is 27 seconds to play, and North Platte gives it right back to Scottsbluff. Krentz goes strong, can't score. Backside offensive rebound goes to Lockemer. Short corner jump shot along the baseline, and that's a 2-point field goal for Aubrey Krentz, her first bucket of the night. 10 seconds to play in the quarter. Abby Orr, I think she got away with a walk. Instead, it's going to set up North Platte for a 3-point field goal. As we come to the end of the first quarter, they get a second crack at it with Callie Hanneborg. North Platte started strong, Scottsbluff finishes strong. 1 quarter complete, Lady Bearcats lead 15-11 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Byers Realty would like to remind everyone that school is back in session, so make sure and watch for little ones in crosswalks. Be mindful of school speed zones, and take a second to double check for pedestrians and bicyclists. We want all of our young students to have a wonderful and safe year. Visit callbyersrealty.com or stop by the office on Avenue B, next to Bumper to Bumper. The Panhandle's best, Byers Realty. Community strong, community proud. We have what you're looking for.
Regional West is one of 3 Level 2 trauma centers in Nebraska.
We have all the resources here 24 hours a day to address any traumatic injury.
From emergency medical services to advanced medical imaging and surgery to acute care and rehabilitation.
It's comforting to know that if an accident happens here, our families, our friends, our neighbors, and even we ourselves will get expert trauma care and rehabilitation services right here at Regional West.
Chris Cottrell with you tonight, our Logos broadcast booth here at Scottsbluff High School. Stop into Logos. The guys will custom design it, print it, and have it ready for the game. No job too big or small for Logos. Find them downtown Gehring. We'll start the second quarter. It'll be Scottsbluff basketball. Girls action here. Front end of our girl-boy doubleheader. Scottsbluff leading North Platte 15-11. The Hanneborgs have all 11 points for North Platte. Mackenzie Dunkel leads Scottsbluff with 8 of their 15. Dunkel, Garcia, Lockemer, Avila, and Aubrey Krentz, the 5 on the floor for David Bolish. Hanneborg, that would be Callie Hanneborg. Also out there, Abby Orr, Abby Hedgecock, Peyton Negley, and we've got Riley Kurth into the game for the first time here in the second quarter. Scottsbluff ball, they lead by 4, 15-11. Krentz on the catch, lobs it out high to Lockemer, puts it on the floor, finds Aubrey Krentz. Couple of dribbles, left a little runner short, rebounded by Abby Hedgecock. The senior going to bring it up the floor herself. Feeds Callie Hanneborg on the wing left side. She dribbles middle, little screen and roll action, and Kurth with a 3-point field goal. Little too strong, and now we're going to get a walk after the offensive rebound called against Hedgecock. 9 turnovers so far committed by North Platte. 15-11 the count, and Scottsbluff has the basketball back, leading by 4, and they turn it over. Turnover number 5. This one given up by Yada Garcia. Callie Hanneborg to Abby Orr. Orr's not really looked to shoot the ball yet. Now a nice little offensive move, got her loose for a shot. Couldn't knock it down. Rebound comes to Mackenzie Dunkel. Dunkel, hounded by Hanneborg from behind, gets it to the right corner with Mariah Avila. Outside on the pass, 3-point field goal. Would not go for Krentz. The rebound to Riley Kurth. Outlet pass up ahead. Hanneborg lost the dribble, and now she walks with the basketball. North Platte is just playing it too frantic a pace right now, and they just can't keep possession. Empty trips, turnovers, giving Scottsbluff the basketball. Callie Wright's onto the floor. Also coming on is Morgan Mickey, the senior. Joining Krentz, Dunkel, and Yada Garcia. Early minutes for both Mickey and Callie Wright. We've got a block on the perimeter. This foul will go against North Platte. And Callie Hanneborg, her second. We'll see if she stays on the floor. Yada Garcia got the shot, drew the foul. Chance for a 3-point play for Yada Garcia, her second field goal. Scottsbluff 0 for 2 at the free throw line in the first quarter. They look for their first make of the evening at the stripe. So Callie Hanneborg will sit with the 2 fouls. Checking in again is McKenna Little, her second appearance tonight, the 5'8" sophomore. And Garcia converts the 3-point play. Knocks down the free throw. Leads at 7, 18-11. Gracie Hanneborg has the ball knocked away by Yada Garcia. Hanneborg comes right off the crossover dribble, picks up her bounce and gives it back to Abby Hedgecock. Gracie Hanneborg feeds the wing, cuts through. Kurth, now Hanneborg. Shows ball, gets baseline, bounce pass from one side of the paint to the other. Pass intended for Peyton Negley, knocked away. And it'll stay with North Platte. 5:52 to play, opening quarter action here at Scottsbluff High School. North Platte, McCook in town for the next 2 evenings. McCook at Gehring tonight. They'll be here at Scottsbluff tomorrow night. North Platte will switch it up and head to Gehring tomorrow evening before both these teams head back to the central portion of the state. Dribble penetration, awkward angle for that shot, would not go for Garcia. And North Platte has the basketball. Gracie Hanneborg, low to the floor dribble. Lob pass, dumped it down low to Negley. And we've got a whistle and a foul. This will go against Scottsbluff's Mackenzie Dunkel. That'll be her first. And to make for Negley at the foul line. First point of the quarter for North Platte. 18-12 the lead for Scottsbluff. .5:21 to play. Negley's second. High off the heel of the iron, and eventually it falls through. Avila to Callie Wright. Krentz to the free throw line area. Dunkel feeds Avila. Three ball out of the right corner. Mariah Avila off the bench has her second tray of the night. Backdoor cut pass was saved in bounds, but it winds up a turnover regardless. 11 of those now, and now Scottsbluff throws it away on the far end of the floor. 11 turnovers unofficially for North Platte. I've got Scottsbluff now with 6. (21-13) the lead for the Lady Bearcats after that three ball moments ago from Mariah Avila. Biggest lead of the night thus far at 8. Scottsbluff grabs another turnover, and Dunkel in transition coast to coast. Mackenzie Dunkel's in double figures with 10 points. Leads at that same number. Timeout on the floor taken by North Platte. We'll step away for a moment. 23-13. Scottsbluff up 10 on the West Coast scoreboard.
We can't warn you that karma is very real. But we can bring you Temperature Tuesdays. Runza makes it all better.
Byers Realty would like to remind everyone that school is back in session, so make sure and watch for little ones in crosswalks. Be mindful of school speed zones, and take a second to double check for pedestrians and bicyclists. We want all of our young students to have a wonderful and safe year. Visit callbyersrealty.com or stop by the office on Avenue B, next to Bumper to Bumper. The Panhandle's best, Byers Realty. Community strong, community proud. We have what you're looking for.
.426 to play in this second quarter, 23-13. It's been a quiet stretch here of late for North Platte. They got off to a solid start with the Hanneborg scoring their first 11. They've yet to score in this quarter, now nearly halfway through. Well, a field goal. They do have a couple of foul shots moments ago from Negley. Still looking for that first basket from the floor. Abby Hedgecock puts it on the deck, goes to the rim, too strong with the layup. Callie Wright rebounds and gets it to Aubrey Krentz. Krentz up the floor left side, inside the three-point arc. They double team Dunkel on the catch, back to Krentz. Right side wing, Avila, they better check her. She's knocked down 2 threes in this half. Twombly playing with 2 fouls. Callie Wright goes baseline, whips a pass back to Twombly, gives it to Callie. Wright's jump shot, too strong, rebounded backside by Avila. Krentz goes to the rim, can't get it to go. And that'll be an over-the-back foul as Callie Wright trying to swoop in and get her hands on the basketball. And either a no board or a deflection to keep the ball alive. She picks up the foul. .332. North Platte still in search of their first basket of the quarter. Gracie Hanneborg to Abby Orr. Orr out high. Callie Wright defending. Dangerous pass nearly right to Yada Garcia, who got a hand on it, couldn't come up with a steal. A little runner with a right hand. It wouldn't go for Gracie Hanneborg, but the offensive rebound. And Peyton Negley has all 4 points in the quarter, 2 free throws, and their first field goal there. 23-15. Scottsbluff basketball and an 8-point lead. Aubrey Krentz. Looks like they are really trying to stay disciplined and run some sets right now. It's a shot that Krentz might normally just hoist up to the rim, trying to knock down a long three ball, but really staying patient on this offensive possession. They'll move some pieces around the floor right now. Yada Garcia dribbles right, an overload to the opposite side. Garcia picks up her dribble. Krentz an open three. That would not go. Rebound to Hedgecock and North Platte. Abby Hedgecock will handle it herself. Near the timeline, now into the front court. Abby Orr in and out of her hands, being defended by Dunkel. Bounce pass to Negley, cutting. Hanneborg, nice offensive look that time, as Negley found a cutting Hanneborg, and she's got 8. And with 2 minutes to play in the first half, Scottsbluff now leading by 6. Missing that shot was Callie Wright, left corner. And we've got a whistle and a foul called against Scottsbluff. This will be the 7th team foul, a 1-and-1 opportunity coming for North Platte. That's foul number 2 on Mackenzie Dunkel. Aubrey Krentz gets a breather. Lockemer and Davila, the 2 freshmen. Sophomore Callie Wright, senior Mackenzie Dunkel, and junior Yada Garcia on the floor right now for Scottsbluff. Knocking down the foul shot is McKenna Little. North Platte 3 for 3 at the free throw line here in the second quarter. Make it 4 for 4. Para makes for Little. They're back within 4. Yada Garcia passes left side. Bounce pass to Morgan Mickey down low. We've got a whistle and a travel called against Mickey. I've got Scottsbluff now with 7 turnovers unofficially. 7 the number. Three-quarter court pressure. Now they'll drop back. Little to Hedgecock. Gracie Hanneborg steps back into a 3 ball, off the mark. 2 North Platte players hit the deck. That creates some numbers now for Scottsbluff. Avila feeds middle. Yada Garcia. Boy, she is really good at those tough angle shots. Couldn't get that one to fall, but contact came along with it. And 2 free throws coming up for Yada Garcia on the season at 57%. That number was entering last weekend. That's the second foul on Gracie Hanneborg, as we've got 1:26 to play in the first half. One of 2 for Garcia. She's 2 out of 4 at the stripe. Here in this first half so far tonight. 80 seconds to go. Quarter number 2. Krentz defending on Gracie Hanneborg. Dribble handoff. They feed it to the right corner. Dump it down low. Hedgecock. We're going to get 3 in the key. A whistle goes against North Platte. Turnover number 13 in the first half for North Platte. Head coach Tyson Hammond cannot be pleased with the turnover column at this point. Morgan Mickey lost the dribble. Picks up the loose ball, gets it to Krentz. That pass from Yada Garcia deflected and then grabbed by Gracie Hanneborg. Scottsbluff now's turned it over 8 times. Free throw line jumper, left elbow, left that J short. And we're going to get a foul in the backcourt against Hedgecock of North Platte. First foul on Abby Hedgecock. 48.2 to play. And a 1-and-1 opportunity now for Aubrey Krentz. A 74% free throw shooter entering last weekend. Got the first and the lead at 6, 25-19. Krentz got both. She's got 4 points. Abby Hedgecock, Lockemer set to pick her up as she comes into the front court. Bounce pass. With the basketball is Cameron Hughes. Negley being defended by Mickey. Now on the wing right side is Gracie Hanneborg, the sophomore. And a whistle and a jump ball. Possession arrow will keep it with North Platte. Coverage tonight on KNEB.TV and 101.7 The Trail. You can always check our podcast page out at KNEB.com. Listen to all of our archive broadcasts there, brought to you by First State Bank of Scottsbluff and Gering. Final 22 seconds of the first half. Abby Orr on the catch in the post. If you're North Platte, you got to go back to that. That looked too easy as Abby Orr scores it. Final couple of ticks here, 10 seconds on the clock. Krentz on the catch. Now Yada Garcia. Garcia dribbles inside the arc, loses the basketball, 2 seconds, and the buzzer's going to sound, and Scottsbluff unable to get a shot away. A bit sloppy at times for both these teams through the opening 16 minutes. We've got us a 5-point game after the first half at 26-21. Scottsbluff leads by 5 on the West Coast scoreboard.
We can't warn you that karma is very real. But we can bring you Temperature Tuesdays. Runza makes it all better.
With the new year comes resolutions. Complete your resolution to replace your windows by calling Renewal by Anderson. And right now is your last chance to buy 2019 windows at 2018 prices. Plus, pay nothing until 2020. That's right. You will get 20% off every window and door, plus no money down, no interest, and no payments for 12 months. And free window diagnosis, free in-home estimate, and free removal and disposal of your old windows. Hurry. This offer ends February 15th. Call 472-2199 to take advantage of this offer before the 2018 prices are gone.
We're at halftime here at Scottsbluff High School. First of 2 for a Thursday evening. We'll have 2 more from here at the high school tomorrow evening. So Scottsbluff girls and boys tonight, home for North Platte. Tomorrow night, home for McCook. Same story for Gering the next 2 nights. Home tonight for North Platte. They'll entertain McCook coming up tomorrow evening. We're at the halftime break, 26-21. Scottsbluff leading it by 5. We'll add up the numbers and get to a check on our halftime statistics, brought to you by Arby's. When we come back, Scottsbluff leading 26-21 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
Logos in Gering is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gering. Brought to you by Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. Scottsbluff leading here at halftime, 26-21 over North Platte. Scottsbluff looking for their 10th win on the season. North Platte at 8-9. Let's start with North Platte. The key number for the Lady Bulldogs from North Platte at the moment, 13 first half turnovers. That number unofficial, but that's what I've got in the scorebook right now. 13 turnovers, and that's really hampered their ability to string together any consistency scoring the basketball. They've had 5 players score. Gracie Hanneborg leads with 8. Callie Hanneborg, a junior. Gracie's a sophomore. Callie, the junior, she's got 5. 4 points for Peyton Negley, 2 apiece for McKenna Little and Abby Orr. Scottsbluff, I've got for 8 first half turnovers. They scored 15 in the opening quarter, led by 4. They outscored North Platte 11-10 in the second, so a 5-point lead 4 players have scored. Mackenzie Dunkel doing the heavy lifting with 10 of their 26. 6 points for Yada Garcia. 6 points off the bench. A pair of threes for Mariah Avila. And Aubrey Krentz chipped in 4 points as well in that opening half of action. Look at the halftime numbers there, brought to you by Arby's. They're the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. We're at halftime here from Scottsbluff High School, front end of a doubleheader for you tonight on KNEB.TV, Allo Channel 15 and Mobius 1500, Radio 101.7 The Trail, and we're always streaming at KNEB.com. 26-21, Scottsbluff leading in girls action over North Platte on the West Coast scoreboard.
With Viero's entertainment trifecta package, never miss the big play. Work on becoming the new and improved you, or invite friends to compete in the game. Get the power of free. Get 2 new lines of HD Plus and internet service, and we will give you Sling TV, an Air TV player, and a big screen TV, all for free. Get the entertainment trifecta package today. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected to the content you love.
Final weekend of the girls basketball regular season here. Coming up the next couple of nights for Scottsbluff and Gering. Scottsbluff home against North Platte tonight. They'll get McCook in here tomorrow night. Girl-boy doubleheaders. This used to be East-West shootout weekend when you'd have either the boys or girls teams from Scottsbluff, Gering, and Alliance head back east to play McCook, Lexington, and North Platte. So it'd be a 2-night stay, 3 games in 3 days, and whether it was the girls or boys heading that way, the opposite from those 3 schools came back this direction. And with with Lexington and Alliance now not part of the mix, it's just going to be an annual weekend trip where girls and boys teams from these 4 schools, 2 of them come east or 2 of them head back to the central portion of the state. Scottsbluff and Gering at home the next 2 nights. Girls sub-district action will start on Monday. We'll mention those games and our coverage plans coming up for Monday. Girls B8 sub-district, we'll talk about that in just a moment. Scottsbluff leads by 5 at halftime on the West Coast scoreboard.
When was the last time you were at Teacher's Corner? We're now TC and more. Come see what you've been missing. Clothing, jewelry, flags, home decor, toys, American made. Stop in and see what you've been missing. TC and more, downtown Scottsbluff.
With Viero's entertainment trifecta package, never miss the big play. Work on becoming the new and improved you, or invite friends to compete in the game. Get the power of free. Get 2 new lines of HD Plus and internet service, and we will give you Sling TV, an Air TV player, and a big screen TV, all for free. Get the entertainment trifecta package today. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected to the content you love.
Girls sub-district action starts on Monday for the Class B teams here in the Panhandle. Sydney will host. They're the top seed. They'll take on Alliance Monday at 5:30. We'll have TV only for that one starting at 5:15. The second game will be TV radio with radio on 960 and 100.3. Gering, the 3 seed, and the Scottsbluff Lady Bearcats, the 2 seed, will get together. They're in Sydney, and then we'll have the championship game the following night, radio and TV. So postseason basketball upon us here in just a few days. It'll be Jeff Kelly covering the girls sub-district next week in Alliance. In Sydney. We'll come back with second half action here from Scottsbluff High School in just a moment. At the break, it's the Lady Bearcats on top of North Platte, 26-21 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Arby's 2 for $5 mix and match is here for a limited time. How limited? If I tell you, will you still come right now versus putting it off until oops, the deal is over?
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
No matter what job I've got to do, my John Deere 5E tractor can do it all. Whether I'm cutting, moving feed, or building a fence. Using my 5E means my work gets done faster at a price I can afford, and that works for me.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Panhandle Trails, inner-city public transit. They offer regularly scheduled, accessible bus service serving communities between Alliance and Scottsbluff, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and 21 Panhandle communities Tuesdays and Thursdays. Reservations are required. Visit panhandletrails.com or call 761-TRIP, 761-TRIP. For Scottsbluff, a 5-point lead as we get set for the start of the second half. Garcia, Dunkel, Lockemer, Twombly, and Krentz, the same starting five we had to begin the ball game tonight for Dave Bolish and the Lady Bearcats. Or Negley, Hanneborg, and Hedgecock, the five for Coach Hammond and North Platte. Scottsbluff led by 4 at the end of 1. They start the second half with the basketball in a 5-point lead. They run a set play for Aubrey Krentz. Boy, that would have been big. Get her going from downtown. Got everything they wanted there except the ball to go in the hole. North Platte on the offensive end. Gracie Hanneborg to Abby Orr. Orr had a nice post possession where she scored on a turnaround shot late in the half. Gracie Hanneborg cut off by Twombly along the baseline. Now the basketball out high. Hedgecock got a wide open teammate underneath, and Callie Hanneborg can't score it, but Abby Orr with an offensive rebound. Her pass is deflected. That'll be turnover number 14. And Scottsbluff pushes into the front court. Nice bounce pass from Yada Garcia. Mackenzie Dunkel couldn't finish off the pretty feed from Garcia. Missed opportunity for Scottsbluff. Now it's North Platte. Abby Orr, she walked with it before the shot. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers, more of the same for North Platte. Early in the third quarter, 1 minute and 5 seconds gone by. They've already turned it over twice. They're up to 15 in the ball game. And now a backcourt violation. Krentz had not gotten her feet established into the front court. That's turnover 9 on Scottsbluff. Sloppy start to the second half. Negley on the catch, and she scores from close range. Peyton Negley's second bucket. She's got 6 points. And now Scottsbluff loose with the basketball. Dunkel turns it over. Hanneborg didn't have anything she liked, and they're going to reset out high. She catches on the wing, left side. 3 on the way, looking for what would have been a tie ball game, and the shot falls a little bit short. .6:21 left to play. It'll, in this third quarter, it'll stay with North Platte. 3-point lead for the Lady Cats. Emma Foote checks in for the first time. They lob it to Abby Orr on the catch, and a left-hand finish near the rim. Good job by Orr to really good length, and that allowed her to score it with the left on the other end, just into the game and just into the scorebook. Emma Foote quickly has a bucket. Callie Hanneborg. They run 2 defenders at her there in a good spot to trap. Bounce pass, Gracie Hanneborg, and she walked with it. Trying to go baseline left side. Little over 2 minutes gone by here in the third quarter. Scottsbluff has a 3-point lead, 28-25. And the basketball, nobody stops ball. Too easy for Yada Garcia. Her second field goal, checked at her third. And she has 8 points. Couple of free throws, 3 buckets. Abby Orr. Callie Hanneborg. Bounce pass. Gracie Hanneborg. Free throw line jumper short. O-board and an easy layup. No box out for Scottsbluff that time. And Negley. Right spot, right time. She's got 8. And now North Platte comes up with a steal. Garcia's pass from out high intercepted by Gracie Hanneborg. Abby Orr jumper short. Again, no box out. And an offensive rebound. And then a turnover committed by North Platte. Again, they're just operating at too quick of a speed on a lot of these catches and put it on the floor. Sloppy footwork, traveling with the basketball. I've got 17 turnovers now committed by North Platte. Twombly out, Dunkel out. You've got Garcia foot, Lockemer, Avila, and also in and on the floor is Aubrey Krentz. Lockemer flashes to the wing left side. On the catch and now on the dribble. Right to the rim. Boy, right down the teeth of the defense, and a lot of times that prevents you from using the backboard. And boy, North Platte just can't get out of their own way right now. They throw it away. Turnover number 18. Avila hit 2 first half threes. Comes off a screen. Garcia gives it up to Aubrey Krentz. Thought about the step back shot off the dribble. Instead, it's Yada to the rim. The assist to Krentz and the finish for Yada Garcia. She's in double figures with 10, joining Mackenzie Dunkel, who's also scored 10. 5-point lead. Negley on the catch in the low post. Ball got knocked away. Sloppy possession, another turnover. And Avila has it for the Lady Bearcats. Coming up on the midway point of the third quarter. And dribbling into that jump shot is Krentz. Her second field goal. She has 6. And the lead at 7, 34-27. Hedgecock. Little now on the wing left side. Hedgecock, lefty layup. Abby Hedgecock has her first field goal. 4 buckets already in the quarter for North Platte. When they're not turning it over, they're finding some better looks and the ability to score the basketball here in this third quarter. Avila comes to a jump stop, keeps the pivot foot, gives it up to him a foot. Yada Garcia. Off the screen and roll, Avila on the dribble to Krentz. Long 3 ball, wouldn't go. Ball loose on the floor, foot, we're gonna have what? Jump ball will be the call. Possession arrow gives it to North Platte. Trailing by 5, 34-29. Negley in or out. Foot and Lockemer are out as Dunkel and Twombly come back on for Dave Bolish and Scottsbluff. 30 by any means necessary here the next 2 nights if you're Scottsbluff trying to get in the win column. Callie Hanneborg picks up her dribble in a bad spot, able to get rid of the basketball. Gracie Hanneborg, boy, little crossover dribble, got her between 2 defenders, just couldn't knock it down. Garcia, nice look, cutting baseline was Twombly for a pair. First 2 points tonight for Kiara Twombly, lead back to 7, 36-29 with 2:42 to play in the third quarter. Callie Hanneborg, they got it baseline to Orr. She found a cutting McKenna Little, who got fouled on the shot. 2 free throws coming at the stripe for Little as the foul goes against Mariah Avila. First on Avila, and Little at the free throw line. And Little missed everything. .233 to go in this third quarter, 36-29 Scottsbluff. And McKenna Little gets 1 of 2. Glad to have you listening on the trail and also watching tonight on KNEB.TV. This foul goes on Gracie Hanneborg, defending Mariah Avila on the catch. Download the Elite Physical Therapy Sports app, the go-to sports app for the latest news and live scores, plus watch KNEB.TV and listen to KNEB Sports right there in the app. Download the sports app in the Apple or Google Play Store. on the catch and release three ball, leaving it short. Prince, the rebound comes off quickly into the hands of Callie Hanneborg, who fires a pass too tall and out of reach for her sister Gracie, and that's another turnover. Now 20 committed by North Platte. We've still got 2 and change to go in this third quarter. Scottsbluff with the ball in the 6-point lead. 36-30 is the score. Yada Garcia goes baseline, leaves it off on a nice dish to Avila, who has her 7th and 8th points of the night, her first 2-point field goal after a pair of threes in the first half. McKenna Little, they run multiple defenders at her. They get it back outside to Abby Hedgecock, who drills a three, just the second tray of the night for North Platte. They needed that one with 1:39 to play. Timeout on the floor, 38-33.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Have you heard the exciting news? Western Nebraska Regional Airport will be offering flights with United Airlines operated by SkyWest beginning January 30th, 2018. What's even better? You'll get to earn and use your United points. Reservations with United are now available, plus all United miles can be earned and redeemed with all flights. While you're at Western Nebraska Regional Airport, grab a bite to eat at the Flight Deck restaurant, plus Hearst Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. So make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Out of the timeout, Scottsbluff basketball. They lead it 38-33. Dunkel catches middle. Got the soft bounce off the heel of the iron. It drops in as Mackenzie Dunkel now has 12 points. 40-33. North Platte basketball trailing by 7. Abby Orr, mid-range 2-point field goal. Looked good, didn't go. Offensive rebound. They'll get a third shot at it from underneath. And Gracie Hanneborg now in double figures with 10. Dunkel on the catch, feeds Krentz, right side three. And it's down for Aubrey Krentz. She's got 5 in the quarter, up to 9 for the game. Under 50 seconds to play in the third. Leads at 8 right now for Scottsbluff. Hedgecock had it stripped on the way up, loose ball, so that'll be a turnover, 21st of the night. And Scottsbluff, Krentz again, same spot, that one's short. Long rebound comes off to Yada Garcia. Back to Krentz. Bypassed the shot that time. Instead, it's Dunkel. Boy, kind of shot it as she was ripping it away, all from a defensive player, all in one motion. And didn't get it near the rim. We've got a reach-in foul in the backcourt, goes against Aubrey Krentz. Second foul on Krentz. No real foul trouble to speak of. No one with more than 2 currently for the Lady Bearcats. 19 seconds to play in the quarter. Boy, a basket here for North Platte would be huge, down by 8. Get some points to close out the third. Get some confidence going to the fourth. Gracie Hanneborg. We're down to 6 seconds to play. Abby Hedgecock leaves it for Abby Orr. Couldn't knock down the long 2. Rebounded by Dunkel, and through 3 quarters tonight, Scottsbluff continues to lead here on their home floor. It's 43-35 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Back on KDB this evening, 3 quarters complete. We're set for the beginning of this 4th and final stanza. 8-point lead, 43-35. Scottsbluff with the basketball and the 8-point lead. Into the front court, Yada Garcia being defended by Callie Hanneborg. Man defense on the catch. Set play for Krentz. It wouldn't go. Nice deflection by Dunkel. Ball loose. And both teams turn it over in the span of about 2 seconds. Scottsbluff has it. Bullet pass from Dunkel in and out of the hands of Yada Garcia. Another turnover for Scottsbluff. They're 13th. They've got 22 committed by North Platte. Callie Hanneborg defended by Aubrey Krentz. Man defense from Scottsbluff. Abby Hedgecock hit a 3 in the 3rd quarter. That one comes up short of everything. Grabbed by Krentz. She's on the run far side. Bounce pass to Garcia. Callie Hanneborg defense. Garcia works her way to the bucket as she's wont to do. Can't knock it down. Opportunity on the fast break here for North Platte. Pass was too far, and now we're going to get a whistle and a travel called against Gracie Hanneborg. Full court pressure now from North Platte. Hedgecock hand in, knocks it away out of bounds. Minute and 2 seconds gone by here in the 4th. Krentz lobs it in for Garcia. Garcia to Twombly. Twombly Avila. Mariah Avila has 8. Now gets it to the senior Twombly. Back to Avila. Steps back into a long 3-point shot. And Mariah Avila has 3 3-balls tonight, 11 points. And the lead, the biggest of the night, at 46-35. Lady Cats up by 11. Abby Orr falling away, can't score. Offensive rebound for Gracie Hanneborg. Fouled on the shot. She'll get 2 shots coming up at the foul line. Gracie Hanneborg, a 5'7" sophomore. Foul goes on Yada Garcia. For more than 125 years, Wells Fargo Advisors has created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving their clients' personal financial goals. Call Ryan Windhorst at 632-7561. Remember, together you'll go far. A little discussion with 2 of the officials on the floor right now. Tori Schwartz and Paul Edens talking something over, and now they'll get Jay Ayler into the conversation. With 6:29 to play in the ball game. So another visit to the scorer's table. Now they had put the foul on the board, charged it to Yada Garcia. No change to what we see on the scoreboard. And Hanneborg now set at the free throw line. Gracie Hanneborg now with the 11 points. Not seeing a lot of free throw attempts from these 2 teams combined tonight. Really, this game's moving along at a pretty quick clip. Barely an hour since opening tip. 1 of 2 for Hanneborg. Yada Garcia to the bucket with a right hand. Counted in a foul for Yada Garcia. She's now got 12. Chance for an old-fashioned 3-point play with Yada Garcia stepping to the foul line. Lead at 11, 46-37. And Garcia converts at the line. 3 for 5 at the stripe, right around her season average. Hedgecock on the dribble drive, scores it with a right hand. Nice touch off the one-leg release for Abby Hedgecock, who now has 7, all of those points coming here in the second half. Avila to Krentz. Krentz going to get an open look on the 3 as the defender went underneath the screen. Can't do that when it's Aubrey Krentz who's got the basketball. She's got 12. 51-38, 13-point lead. Callie Hanneborg. Bounce pass to Gracie. Gracie Hanneborg's 3 wouldn't go. Offensive rebound. Hedgecock will get 2 at the line. Scottsbluff will play Gearing on Monday in round 1 of the sub-district tournament at Sydney. And we've got a timeout taken by Dave Bolish in Scottsbluff. Hanneborg able to knock down the first. We'll take a quick timeout ourselves. Scottsbluff leads by 12 with 5:35 to play in the fourth quarter on the West Coast scoreboard.
When was the last time you were at Teacher's Corner? We're now TC and More. Come see what you've been missing. Clothing, jewelry, flags, home decor, toys, American made. Stop in and see what you've been missing. TC and More, downtown Scottsbluff.
We can't warn you that karma is very real. But we can bring you Temperature Tuesdays. Runza makes it all better.
.535 to play in the game. Scottsbluff has held a 13-point lead. That's been their biggest of the night. Right now leading 51-39. Misspoke it. I said Hanneborg. It was Hedgecock at the line. She got both. 4 in the quarter, up to 9 points here, all in the second half. Mackenzie Dunkel thought about the mid-range jumper. Instead, puts it on the deck for a dribble. Got it to Aubrey Krentz. She got hit in the midsection, I believe, on that shot attempt. So Krentz will shoot 2 at the line on the year, a 74% free throw shooter. 4 players in double figures tonight. Garcia with 13, Krentz with 12, now 13. 12 for Dunkel and 11 off the bench for Mariah Avila. 3 threes for Avila. Aubrey misses the second. Abby Orr grabs the rebound. Good play by Twombly. Found Krentz cutting to the basket. Got a jump ball and the possession arrow gives it to North Platte, but a heads-up play by Kara Twombly to knock the ball away in the backcourt and almost create an easy basket opportunity for Scottsbluff. As is, leads at 12, 52-40. We come up on 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Callie Hanneborg on the dribble. Pass to Hedgecock. Thought she saw an open Abby Orr. Instead, she threw it right to Yada Garcia. I've got 24 turnovers committed by North Platte. They trail by 12. Avila, 3 threes in the ball game. That time wanted to draw the defense with a pump fake. Drive on by on the dribble, instead walk with it. 14 turnovers, Scottsbluff. Scottsbluff led by 8 at the end of 3. They've upped it now to a 12-point margin. Gracie Hanneborg, as they've moved the offense a little bit further away from the basket. Hanneborg on the drive. Blocking foul goes on Scottsbluff's Yada Garcia. Second foul on Yada. Avila checks out. Lockemer comes on. Gracie Hanneborg with a right-hand finish. A little runner moving away from the basket towards the baseline. Gracie Hanneborg with 3 in the quarter. She's up to 13. Yada Garcia, some dribble penetration. That wouldn't go. Rolls off the iron right side. Offensive stick back for Dunkel. No. Knocked away out of bounds off that miss. And North Platte will get the basketball back down by 10. 4:20 to play in regulation. Gracie Hanneborg, this time with a wild left-hand shot. Wouldn't go. Grabbing the miss, but the ball falls, or a foot touches the baseline for Scottsbluff, and it'll stay with North Platte. Nearly halfway through this fourth quarter, and Scottsbluff appears to be well on their way to win number 10. Played a very difficult schedule, and even with the record at 9-9, knocking that one down, Hedgecock. So even at 9-9, Scottsbluff with that difficult schedule, still 9th in Class B power points. Scottsbluff turns the basketball over, and Hedgecock scores again. 8 in the quarter, she's up to 13 for the game. A foul on the defender against the ball handler that time, and that'll go on Abby Hedgecock. Be the second on her. And just like that, the lead now at 6 for Scottsbluff. So they've led by as many as 13, and now down to 6. Tough shot for Yada Garcia. Abby Orr grabs the miss. 4-on-2, the numbers. Waited too long to make the play, and they almost turn it over. Callie Hanneborg in trouble. Bounce pass gets it to Hedgecock, and now we've got a timeout taken. A 30-second timeout taken by Tyson Hammond, the head coach for North Platte. Good timeout as his team has the ball down by 6, and they were dangerously close to turning it over for a 25th time in the game. Scottsbluff led at halftime, 26-21. Led at the end of 3, 43-35, and right now it's 52-46. Abby Hedgecock has been a difference maker for North Platte here in the second half. She's got all 13 of her points out of the locker room at halftime. Balanced attack for Scottsbluff, and you'll love to see that if you're Dave Bolish. $13 apiece for Garcia and Krentz, 12 for Mackenzie Dunkel, and 11 for Mariah Avila. Dunkel got 8 of her 12 in the first quarter. Hedgecock, bounce pass comes in to Gracie Hanneborg. Hanneborg to Hedgecock. Hedgecock, little bit of contact, lefty shot wouldn't go. Rebound comes off long, grabbed by Callie Hanneborg. Slick ball handling, gets it to Hedgecock. Goes over top to Abby Orr. Callie Hanneborg can't knock down a shot. Offensive rebound, and where's the box out been for Scottsbluff here in the fourth quarter? Peyton Negley just happened to be right where that rebound came off at, and she scores it. 4-point game all of a sudden. Scottsbluff leads 52-48. Speaking of a tough angle shot, Krentz can't get it to go. Abby Orr, bullet pass to Negley, in and out of her hands. Wild play there, and they turn it over in a key spot. 25 turnovers for North Platte, and they still are in this ball game down by just 4 points. It's been a quiet night offensively for the freshman Lockemer. Krentz to take it from 4 to 7. Can't get it to go. Over the back foul called against Kiera Twombly. Third foul on Twombly. So despite the massive amounts of turnovers tonight for North Platte, they have the ball trailing by just 4 with 2:15, plenty of time left in this fourth quarter for this game to swing one direction or the other. Gracie to Callie Hanneborg. They fumble it, they kick it around, they turn it over. Could lead to an easy basket, and it does. The assist to Yada Garcia. The fast break layup goes to Mariah Avila. 5 in the quarter, 13 for the game, and now a 6-point cushion. Abby Hedgecock dribbled her way to the right elbow, missed the shot, rebound, grabbed by Peyton Negley, and she's going to get 2 at the line. Minute and 48 seconds to play. 54-48. Scottsbluff's committed 17 fouls. This latest goes on Twombly or Fort. And a key free throw falls for Peyton Negley. She's got 11. Timeout taken by Dave Bolish and Scottsbluff. 30-second breaker in action. We'll keep it right here. 1:48 to play in the game. We'll reset for you. 5-point lead for Scottsbluff, 54-49. Scottsbluff's committed 17 fouls. North Platte just 4. So North Platte's going to have to, down by 5. You'd expect they're going to have to foul here pretty quickly on the defensive end of the floor, and they're going to have to give up a couple before they can even get Scottsbluff to the foul line. $54-49 is the score. Chris Cottrell with you tonight on the TV side at KDB and also 101.7 The Trail. Out of the timeout, the second coming at the line for Peyton Negley. High archer wouldn't go. Rebound, grabbed by Mariah Avila. The little freshman dragged the pivot foot, walked with the basketball after a high dribble that almost got away from her to begin with. Turnover number 16. Abby Orr, little fadeaway Jay, knocks it down. Orr has 6, leads at 3. Scottsbluff going to have to be smart with the basketball right now. 90 seconds to play. They're still in control, up by 3. It's a one-possession game. Avila, bounce pass, intercepted by Gracie Hanneborg. Hanneborg, lefty layup, too strong, it wouldn't go. Boy, key spot right there. North Platte could have got to within 1. Instead, Scottsbluff has it. Twombly, they're going to have to foul now. Oh, boy. Got away with a travel, did Yada Garcia on the wing, and she's going to get rewarded for that with a foul call and 2 at the line. .67 seconds left here in regulation. And Yada takes advantage of the no call and then the foul, and at the line, she knocks down the first. She's 2 for 2 at the free throw line here in the quarter. Misses the second. Rebound to Abby Hedgecock. 4-point lead, 55-51. Hedgecock gets it to Abby Orr. Got a cutter, they get it to Hanneborg. Counted and a foul. Gracie Hanneborg off the cut off the ball. Good find by Abby Orr. And Orr gets it, and a chance now to make it a 1-point game with Gracie Hanneborg at the free throw line for North Platte. 55-53 with 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Hanneborg short, rebound comes off long, grabbed by Hanneborg. Now Callie Hanneborg dumps it down low. Negley off the square. We are tied out of nowhere. Scottsbluff's led by as many as 13 in the second half, and North Platte has stayed diligent and stayed with it. Scottsbluff looking for the lead. The 3 wouldn't go for Aubrey Krentz. Hedgecock grabs the miss. Now Hanneborg, 30 seconds to play. Into the front court, Gracie Hanneborg. Tripped up and a foul called against Aubrey Krentz. Wow, this thing has changed in a hurry here in the last few minutes in this fourth quarter. And now a timeout taken by Scottsbluff head coach Dave Bolish. A full timeout will step away. 27.7 to play in regulation. 50.
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
Arby's 2 for $5 mix and match is here for a limited time. How limited? if I tell you, will you still come right now versus putting it off until oops, the deal is over?
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
North Platte staged a big comeback here in the fourth quarter. We're now tied up at 55 apiece. Scottsbluff led by 8 at the start of this final stanza. At the line is Hanneborg, and Gracie Hanneborg converts. She'll get the second on this 1-and-1 opportunity. She has 6 in the quarter. She's up to 16 points in the game, trying to make it a 2-point lead on the road, and she does. Unbelievable stuff here in the final moments. Scottsbluff needs 2 to tie, and a 3-point field goal would give them a 1-point lead. Yada Garcia. They run Krentz off a screen. Krentz goes to the right hand, can't score it. Abby Orr, a defensive rebound to clear. Orr hands it off to Gracie Hanneborg. 10 seconds, make it 11. We were coming up on 10. They get a foul, a push from behind on Mackenzie Dunkel. And now Hanneborg once again. This will be a 2-shot opportunity. That was the 10th foul, so double bonus. And Hanneborg looks good on the first. This is the big key free throw coming up, and Coach Balish gonna try and ice Hanneborg just a little bit. It's a 3-point lead for North Platte. In this quarter, they have scored 23 points. They scored 11, 10, and 14, and now they've scored 23 in the fourth. In this fourth quarter, Abby Hedgecock has 8. Also with 8, Gracie Hanneborg, and she's hit her last 3 at the foul line. We'll have the boys game coming up here in just a little bit. North Platte boys, don't let the record fool you. They are 3-14, but they do have a home win over Alliance. They've beaten Lexington, who's solid, and they've beaten McCook, also out this direction tonight and tomorrow. The here and now, though, has the Scottsbluff girls with their backs against the wall. After an 8-point lead through 3 quarters, they now trail by 3. And Gracie Hanneborg with a chance to almost put a nail in the coffin here. A make here, and it's a 2-possession game. And it is a 2-possession game. Hanneborg 4 for 4 at the line in the final minute. 9 seconds to play. You can't foul if you're North Platte. Yada Garcia scores it. Now another quick timeout taken by Coach Balish with 4.5 to play. So they get the quick bucket, they get the timeout. Now they're in a spot where they can maybe get a quick steal off the inbounds pass. So you'll guard heavy right now, down by 2. Really hound would-be ball handlers trying to get free on the inbounds pass. And if you foul, you foul. But you want to make the official call that foul at this point, knowing that you got to get them to the foul line. If you don't come up with an early steal, the foul call will not be that big of an issue. We'll see what kind of play North Platte draws up. That bucket from Yada Garcia gives her 6 points in the quarter. She's now got 16 in the game. 4.5 to play. North Platte needs to inbound the basketball cleanly. We'll see. They'll go with Hedgecock, a senior, to inbound. Hanneborg will screen for Hanneborg. They get it inbounds. Callie, and a foul comes, so they did a good job. It looked like the attention was going to Gracie Hanneborg. Callie got wide open, and 2.8 to play in the game, and it'll be Callie Hanneborg at the foul line. North Platte will back everyone else away from the line. And she'll get 2 shots. It's a 3-point game, so the best Scottsbluff's going to be able to do here, it would appear, is time. And they're pretty much going to be out of luck if Callie Hanneborg is able to knock down the second free throw, and what a comeback win this would be on the road for North Platte. They lead 60-57. And that should do it as Callie Hanneborg, North Platte goes 6 of 6 at the foul line. In the final minute, they get a steal to close out the game. And that is coming on the road and stealing one, if I've ever heard of that. 61-57, North Platte comes back with 26 points in the fourth quarter, and they went on the road by 4 here tonight at Scottsbluff. They outscore the Lady Cats 26-14 in the final 8 minutes. Your final score, Scottsbluff falls at home tonight to North Platte, the final 61-57 on the West Coast scoreboard.
When was the last time you were at Teacher's Corner? We're now TC and More. Come see what you've been missing. Clothing, jewelry, flags, home decor, toys, American made. Stop in and see what you've been missing. TC and More, downtown Scottsbluff.
The kids need to run off some energy after school or too cold to play outside? Bring them to Planet Bounce at the Monument Mall. With many bounce houses, a concession stand, and the largest redemption arcade around, Planet Bounce has hours of fun. Call today to schedule your birthday party, or ask Ron about renting a bounce house for your party, office party, or corporate event. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Planet Bounce Family Fun Center at the Monument Mall.
A monstrous comeback win tonight on the road for North Platte. The final score in our girls matchup, North Platte 61, Scottsbluff 57. Scottsbluff led this thing at the end of 3 quarters, 43-38. North Platte outscores the Lady Bearcats by 12 in 26-14 coming down the stretch in the fourth quarter. And they get out of here with a big-time road win, 61-57. North Platte evens their record up at 9-9. A tough loss for the Lady Bearcats. They dropped to 9-10, and really tough if you're thinking about a possible top 8 seed in Class B right now. They entered with Power Points sitting in 9th place tonight, and they blow an 8-point lead starting the fourth quarter, and they lose here on their home floor by the score of 61-57. It is the Runza postgame show. Runza, a proud sponsor of Scottsbluff High School basketball. Runza makes it all better. Still to come on the postgame show, we'll add up the numbers and get to a look at the postgame statistics. And we'll also name a Taco John's player of the game. Then we'll turn the page and get to our boys contest for tonight. We'll hear from head coach Scott Golian a little bit later on before tip-off here at Scottsbluff High School. The Scottsbluff High cheerleading squad being introduced right now. Here as we come down, hard to believe we are already at this point of the high school basketball season. Girls sub-district starts on Monday for the B8 sub. That'll be at Sydney. Top seed Sydney, and they would be the top seed in any sub-district as they lead all of Class B in power points. Sydney, the 1 seed, will take on Alliance, 19-2 against 5-14. That'll be the early game at 5:30. We'll have that one starting at 5:15 on KNEB.TV. TV only for Alliance and Sydney. And then we'll have TV and radio for Game 2 on Monday night. Gearing the 3 seed and Scottsbluff the 2 seed. There at the Cabela's Athletic Facility. And then we'll have TV and radio again on Tuesday night for the Sub-District Championship game. Final moments ago as the Scottsbluff Lady Bearcats fall in a crusher here tonight. 61-57 was the final score. Cheerleaders and introductions wrapping up. Take a timeout. We'll come back and get to our Arby's post-game update in just a moment. Once again, the final in our girls matchup. It finished up a few minutes ago. North Platte rallies And they outscore Scottsbluff 26-14 in the fourth quarter and win it 61-57.
When was the last time you were at Teacher's Corner? We're now TC and More. Come see what you've been missing. Clothing, jewelry, flags, home decor, toys, American made. Stop in and see what you've been missing. TC and More, downtown Scottsbluff.
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
High school basketball doubleheader coverage tonight. KNEB.TV, Allo Channel 15, and Mobius 1500 for our TV side of things tonight. Radio coverage as well on 101.7 The Trail. Just see a final for the Husker women as they lose tonight on the road at Michigan, 67-61. So a rough 24 hours, you might say, for Husker basketball. The disaster that is the Husker men right now as they lost again last night at home by 15. A dreadful offensive performance against Maryland. They shot 22% from the field. I don't have it in front of me. I believe it was 12 of 57 shooting from the field for the game last night for Nebraska. WOOF, woof, on that. Has not been pleasant of late for Tim Miles and the Husker men. They are now 3-9 in Big Ten Conference play, and postseason basketball not right now appears to be resting on the hopes of the NIT tournament. If we're being quite honest about things, it won't get any easier for the men for Nebraska coming up on Saturday as they travel to Mackey Arena to play in West Lafayette against the Purdue Boilermakers. Let's get to our girls' post-game check on the numbers. Brought to you by Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. Scoring by quarter for North Platte, they went 11, 10, 14, and 26. Nearly doubling up their best quarter from that first three of the night. 26-14, they outscore Scottsbluff in the final 8 minutes. And they win the game despite, unofficially in my book, I had them for 25 turnovers. Still enough to get the job done tonight. And 9 points in the final quarter. A total of 19 for Gracie Hannaborg. Abby Hedgecock had all 13 of her points coming after halftime. 13-point effort tonight for Hedgecock. Also 13 for Peyton Negley. She had 9 of her points in the second half. 7-point effort tonight for Callie Hannaborg. A 6-point game for Abby Orr. And McKenna Little finished with 3 points on the night. 61-57 the final, as Scottsbluff falls to North Platte here on their home floor this evening. For Scottsbluff, scoring by quarter, 15, 11, 17, and 14. I had the Lady Cats down for 16 turnovers unofficially. They had 4 players in double figures. Yada Garcia led with 16, 13 for Aubrey Krantz, 13 off the bench for Mariah Avila, and the other double-digit scorer tonight for the Lady Cats, Mackenzie Dunkel, is she had 8 in the first quarter, finished with 12. Not a whole lot after that. 2 points apiece for Kiera Twombly and Emma Foote. Do keep in mind Emma Herman is still out with that ankle injury. Missed the second half of last Friday's home game here against Alliance. Missed the entire game then on Saturday at Sydney. and missed here tonight. Probably will be a no-go tomorrow at home against McCook, and they hope to have her in the lineup then on Monday night as sub-district action gets underway. Look at the post-game numbers brought to you by Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. So Yada Garcia led the team in scoring with 16, but we're going to go a different direction and hand out Taco John's Player of the Game honors tonight to Mariah Avila off the bench. The 5'3" freshman finished with a career-high 13. She had 3 3-point field goals, one each in the first, second, and fourth quarters. A 13-point night in the score column for Mariah Avila, your Taco John's Player of the Game. Player of the Game brought to you by Taco John's of Scottsbluff and Gary. Make Taco John's a game day tradition by unwrapping the original before or after every game. We'll get to our boys matchup coming up here in just a few minutes, but again, before we turn the page to our boys action tonight, let's set the stage for you for girls postseason action coming up early next week. We mentioned the girls B8 sub-district being hosted by Sidney, the top seed. They'll play Alliance Monday night at 5:30. Gearing, the 3 seed, Scottsbluff, the 2 seed. They'll play in the 7 o'clock game down at the Cabela's Athletic Facility. We'll have Game 1, Sidney Alliance TV only. Game 2, radio and TV, radio 960, 100.3. And then the championship game Tuesday night will be TV radio combo as well, starting at 5:45, tip-off at 6 o'clock. Tuesday will be the start of the C112 sub-district. That'll be at the Chicoine Center at Chadron State College. Top seed, heavy favorite Mitchell will play Valentine. Gordon Rushville and Chadron in the other matchup. And then Thursday night for the championship game, the C111 sub will be at Sutherland. There will be a bunny play-in game on Monday. Gothenburg and Cozad. Winner plays Ogallala on Tuesday. Also Tuesday, the other semifinal game, Chase County and Hershey. And championship game on Thursday night. C212 action from Scottsbluff. A play-in game Monday with Morrill and Hemingford. Winner to play top seed Bridgeport on Tuesday. The other Tuesday semifinal, Baird and Kimball. Championship game right back here at Scottsbluff High School on Thursday evening. D112, that'll be held at the Prairie View School. Ogallala, I believe. D112 with North Platte St. Pat's on Tuesday playing Sutherland, and Brady against Layton. Layton, our team will be keeping an eye on from the Panhandle. They're the 2 seed. Championship game there on Thursday. D212 will be at Gordon Rushville on Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday semis, top seed Sioux County and Hay Springs. Also Crawford, Cody Kilgore. Title game Thursday night. And also at Sidney, D211 action. This will be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. The play-in game, Garden County and Ponder Dix. Winner plays top seed South Platte. This will be at Sidney Middle School. And the other semifinal on Tuesday, Creek Valley and Minutair, the 2 seed, the Lady Indians. And the championship game would be Thursday night. Again, that'll be at Sidney High School on Thursday. So that's a look at all the upcoming sub-district girls tournaments of note for our paying attention purposes here in western Nebraska. We've got boys action on the way for the Scottsbluff boys and Gearing boys tonight. Tomorrow, home games against North Platte and McCook, or if you're Gearing, McCook and then North Platte tomorrow. And then they'll play again next Friday, Scottsbluff and Gearing here at Scottsbluff to wrap up the regular season. I'll be away all next week. We'll turn things over to Jeff Kelly and Chuck Schwartz. I'll be back for the start of the boys sub-district 2 Mondays from now. We'll step away here and get a quick break in. Then we'll turn the page and get to pregame activities. A Platte Valley Company's boys pregame show on the way here shortly. We'll hear from Scottsbluff boys head coach Scott Golian ahead of tip-off against North Platte when we come back right after this on KNEB.
When was the last time you were at Teacher's Corner? We're now TC and More. Come see what you've been missing. Clothing, jewelry, flags, home decor, toys, American made. Stop in and see what you've been missing. TC and More, downtown Scottsbluff.
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
We're back on KDB this evening between games here at Scottsbluff High School. Girls game with North Platte wrapped up a few minutes back. Time to turn the page and get to pregame activities for our boys contest, the Bearcats and the North Platte High Bulldogs. Time to catch up with Scottsbluff boys coach Scott Gullion. Our pregame chat brought to you by The Zone. It's Scottsbluff Screen Printing. See Shane Wilson and his fine staff be in The Zone for all your upcoming spring sports needs. Coach, coming off a 2-0 weekend. Those are always great to get under the belt. Home win against Alliance, that was big. And then you go on the road and take care of business down at Sydney. Overall thoughts on last weekend and how you think the team played?
I thought we played some of our best basketball on Friday against Alliance. We competed. We made enough plays at different times. I do think we can play better. I thought we left a lot of points on the board, free throws and some layups for sure. But overall, our guys competed. They played together really well. On both ends of the court, and that's what we were looking for. Against Sydney, I thought we played really well in the first half. Obviously, we're knocking down shots, and that helped. Still got things to improve. I thought we got stagnant, tried to maybe coast a little bit. So we got to play that full 4 quarters still to be the best we can be.
You mentioned maybe some easy shots weren't falling, but both nights you were knocking down the 3-point field goals, and that's something that at times this year maybe hasn't been there as much as it has in years past. If you guys are knocking down the 3-point field goal the rest of the way this year, that just brings a new element to the offense.
Yeah, I thought we shot the ball really well. I think we had us 14 of 29 against Sydney, and that's always going to help. And for the weekend, we were about 50%, and that was really good to see. We got multiple guys hitting shots and guys that are capable of hitting those, shooting them. So it's not like it's, and like you stated, that wasn't always the case this year, and but I think we're coming along at the right time.
With Jack out, and we're not sure exactly how soon he'll be back, if at all. You moved Harold into the starting lineup for those 2 games, and he brings an element of offense to the lineup when he's on the floor. And so to have an extra offensive weapon on the floor from the opening tip in that first quarter, that kind of maybe boosts you up a little bit and gives you a chance to get off to some quicker starts. And he came through knocking down some shots for you.
Yeah, he brings a lot of energy, and if he's able to knock down shots, he's really going to help us. We still got to maintain throughout the game and for 4 quarters, and we have gotten off to hot starts earlier. Not just with Harold in the lineup, but it's all about the third quarter right now for us. And if we can play well in the third quarter, and sometimes even the second, we're going to put ourselves in better positions.
Sam's continuing to up his game as this season moves along, and that's obviously key. Gives you a post presence, gives you a smart player, gives you a guy who's a good high post passer, or when he steps out behind the arc, he can see over defenders and find open guys, and that's really going to help things out as well coming down the stretch.
Yeah, I thought we got really good play from our posts. Sam obviously had a really good game against Alliance. And then Chance Parker had a really good game against Sydney, scoring the ball inside for us. We want to get the ball inside more, and those guys showed they were capable of scoring it inside. And they're going to make the right play too. They'll find open guys if they don't have a shot, and they're not going to force anything. So we've put an emphasis on getting the ball inside, and our guys are responding to it.
Yeah, you mentioned Chance not only scoring, and I'm not sure how many rebounds he had Saturday at Sydney, but it seemed like he was up probably around 8, 9, or 10 rebounds, really cleaning up the glass. So let's move it forward to this week, and specifically tonight, a North Platte team that if you just look at the record, maybe that's a mistake. They beat Alliance on their home court a couple of weekends ago. When you watch that film, what did North Platte do well against Alliance to get a key win like that?
Yeah, like you said, their record is not indicative of how good they are. They did beat Alliance. They have beat Lexington, who's a good Class B team. They took Hastings down to the wire on Hastings' home court. And Hastings is a really good team. They're sitting right around the top 8 for power points, and have beat good teams. So North Platte, I think they play really hard. They got multiple guys that can knock down shots. They have one player in particular, number 3. I think his name's Garcia, and he if he gets his feet set and he's open, it's going in. And they run their stuff really well. They get after it defensively, and they're just continuing to play for Coach Kaminsky, and that's credit to them. And it's hard when you're losing games to keep coming every night, but every film I've watched, they come and bring it and put themselves in good positions with their defense and playing together as a team.
Well, we'll get you out of here on this one, Coach. Wrapping up with Scott Golian, Scottsbluff boys head coach. Our key to the game brought to you by Team Auto Center, home of the lifetime warranty. You get one with every new vehicle purchase at Team Auto. Sounds like bringing intensity, effort, and energy is going to be key tonight, obviously, with what you just said about North Platte, and they do all those things. What about X's and O's wise? What gives you concern? What do you have to do to get a win?
I think we got to get the ball inside. I think our size is an advantage in this game. They don't really have those big guys. I think their tallest player is 6'2" or 6'3", and a lot of guys around 6 foot. So we got to make sure we're getting the ball inside and making sure we're rebounding and get ourselves second chances. And then we got to really try hard to take away their 3-point shooters. That does concern me. They got multiple guys, and we're going to have to do something to make sure that to make them put the ball on the floor.
Key to the game for Scottsbluff with head coach Scott Golian. Coach, thanks a lot for the time. Best of luck tonight. We'll talk to you after the game.
All right. Thanks, Chris.
We'll come back with more right after this on KNEB.
Care Heilbronn State Farm agent is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
When was the last time you were at Teacher's Corner? We're now TC and More. Come see what you've been missing. Clothing, jewelry, flags, home decor, toys, American made. Stop in and see what you've been missing. TC and More, downtown Scottsbluff.
Effective bench. Again, quickly, the girls' game goes the way of North Platte with a furious fourth quarter comeback. They outscored Scottsbluff 26-14 and won at 61-57. North Platte boys just 3-14 record-wise, but they do have a win over Alliance under their belt 2 weekends ago. Scottsbluff right now at 8-10. Looking at a little bit of film, talking with Scottsbluff head coach Scott Golian, you get the sense that it should be a pretty good battle here tonight. North Platte, though, not an offensive type juggernaut. They average just 50 points per game, so we'll see if Scottsbluff can turn this into a little bit of an offensive type game and maybe get North Platte a little bit uncomfortable and out of their comfort zone, if you will. Scottsbluff 8-10, North Platte 3-14. One more quick timeout. We'll come back with the introduction of starting lineups right after this on KNEB.
Arby's 2 for $5 mix and match is here for a limited time. How limited? If I tell you, will you still come right now versus putting it off until oops, the deal is over?
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
One of the biggest events of the year. It's the 34th annual KNEB Farm and Ranch Expo, February 8th and 9th at the Scottsbluff County Fairgrounds in Mitchell. Show hours are 8 to 6 on Friday and 9 to 3 on Saturday. Free admission and free parking, and it all starts with a free breakfast on Friday morning from 8 till 10. For more information, including a complete list of vendors, log on to kneb.com. The 34th annual KNEB Farm and Ranch Expo in Mitchell, with your trusted voice in agriculture, KNEB.
Time for a look at the starting lineups, brought to you by Western Nebraska Community College. From diplomas to degrees, it's for me. Learn more at WNCC.edu. Steven Garcia, 5'9" junior, hitting 45% from three-point range. Jack Morey, 6'2" senior, averages 8.5 points a game. Max Hayes, a 6'3" senior. Another starter, Caleb Horn, a 6'2" senior. He averages 11. And Kaya Kramer, a 6'1" senior, averages 11.5 points per game. North Platte, led by head coach Matt Kaminsky, again their record at 3-14, but they have played a predominantly Class A, heavily loaded schedule. They have a home win against Alliance 2 weekends ago, so this figures to be a pretty solid matchup here tonight. Starting lineups for the Scottsbluff boys on the way here in just a moment. Again, brought to you by WNCC. There's the pregame Hyatt video playing on the scoreboard here inside the gym. That's got the boot crew and the student section revved up across the way. Ty Core, Jack Jones, Jeremiah Delzer, and Keegan Reifschneider, the four-man boot crew up front leading the way. First off the bench for Scottsbluff in the starting lineup, Sebastian Harsh, a 6'4" junior, averaging 4.5 points, 4 rebounds. Josiah Diolas, a 6-foot junior, now at 13 points per game. Harold Baez gets his third straight start. Harold, a 6'1" senior, averaging 8 points. Connor McCracken at 16.5 per game, 6'4" senior. And Sam Clarkson, the 6'6" junior, playing well of late. 6 points per game, 2.5 rebounds. Saturday down in Sydney, Sam had 6. Last Friday here at home against Alliance, Big Sam put in a 12-point effort. Opening tip in a moment. Brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza at 2801 Avenue B in Scottsbluff, where it's love at 425 degrees. Don't forget to register for the Papa Murphy's Text Club, always a sweet deal waiting on you there. 8 minutes on the clock, and Scottsbluff in the home whites, North Platte in the road blues. Whistle blows, and the ball's in the air, and we are underway. North Platte controls the opening tip. Our opening tip, again, brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza. Handling the basketball is Steven Garcia. He averages 11 and shoots the three ball at 45%. They get a first possession bucket from Caleb Horn. Caught, faced up, went right to the bucket, and scored on a reverse layup. Clarkson catches right block. Looks to his right, jump hook with a right hand, rebounded by Jack Moore. Into the front court is Kaya Kramer. To Hayes on the wing. Hayes cut off by McCracken. A cut and a bounce pass intercepted. First turnover of the game from North Platte. Diola strong to the bucket, whistle and a foul call. I think this will be on Hayes. Max Hayes picks up the personal for North Platte. They have an early team foul, an early turnover, and early on the game's only bucket. Diolas misses the first on the year, a 70% free throw shooter. 2-0 lead. We are 44 seconds into this opening quarter. Diolis missed both. Rebound grab by Harsh. Gets it to McCracken. Steps into a three. Scottsbluff still can't find the bottom of the net. Rebounded by Jack Moore. Into the front court, Kramer. Feeds Garcia. Lefty three ball on the way, left it short. He grabs his own miss, goes to the rim, can't score, an 0 for 2 trip down for Steven Garcia. And again, he's a 45% shooter from behind the arc. Baez near the right corner, back to Diolis. McCracken cuts through, no pass made. Now Clarkson behind the three-point line. Baez with an open look, catch and shoot three ball, no. Another offensive rebound for Harsh. Looks over top, gets it to Baez. One dribble inside the arc, and Harold knocks down the long two. We're tied at 2. Kramer into the front court for North Platte. Jack Moore, now Max Hayes. Scores just 3 points a game. Steven Garcia, their marksman from outside. Moore, pull-up jumper off the dribble, missed badly. Rebounded by Harold Baez. Scottsbluff into the front court. Harold thought about the three, instead gets it to Diolis, squares up the defender, puts it on the deck, and a floater with a right hand falls for Josiah Diolis. Missed his first 2 free throws, gets the bucket to go that trip down. It's a 4-2 lead. Caleb Horn took some contact, no whistle. Rebound to Diolis. Scottsbluff leads 4-2. On the push, Diolis Euro steps by a defender, feeds the basketball to McCracken, out to Harsh, off the mark from 3. Steven Garcia grabs the miss. Jack Moore with a lob pass. They've got an open shooter. Kaya Kramer's three ball would not go. Rebounded again by Baez. Baez doing some work defensively on the glass. Harsh on the offensive end rebounding the basketball. Harsh, he'll shoot that. But right now early they're trying to get the basketball down low, and Sam Clarkson comes up short on the turnaround. There's a three ball from Moore that's down. 5-4 as North Platte goes back in front. Jack Moore averages 8.5, shoots it at 27% from three-point range. Can't do that if you're North Platte. Open look from McCracken left corner. That three, though, wouldn't drop. North Platte into the front court quickly after the rebound was secured. Garcia cut off. Pass back outside, intercepted by Connor. Connor trying to blow right by Max Hayes. Instead, some contact, and Hayes will pick up his second. And that'll get someone up off the bench quickly. Mason Lee, a 6'2 senior, will come in. Also in this one for Scottsbluff, Chance Parker onto the court for the first time tonight. Hayes out as Clarkson gets a breather for Scottsbluff. Bearcat basketball, wide open underneath. Good feed from Harsh, the quarterback in the fall. Delivers a pass on the money that time, and Diolis with the layup. Scottsbluff back in front. They lead 6-5. 4:25 to play. Ball loose, stolen away by the Cats. Baez attacks the rim. Layup rolls off the iron. Batted around. Harold's got the loose ball. Can't score it again. Rebound comes to North Platte's Caleb Horn. Kai Kramer thought about the three. Now it's Lee facing up. Jack Moore, can he make it 2 threes? He cannot. That one missed badly. Offensive rebound, though, for North Platte. Caleb Horn, some contact, gets it to Lee. Baseline jumper, too strong. Backside rebound, Caleb Horn. Horn gets the layup in traffic. Horn has 4 of the 7 for North Platte, and they lead by 1. Underneath, pass goes to Chance Parker. Nice bounce pass on the delivery from Diolis. Chance Parker played well off the bench last Saturday at Sydney. In that game, Chance had 10 and what seemed like close to 10 rebounds. Kaya Kramer stays patient. On the dribble penetration, Moore's three ball short. He might want to put the three in the back pocket for now. Hit one, and he's missed 2, and they have not been close. Underneath, McCracken the dump off to Parker, and Chance has a couple of quick hoops here in the first quarter. 3:01 to play, opening quarter. Scottsbluff leading 10-7. 4-0 run here, a little mini spurt. Derek Ramos will come in next dead ball for the Bulldogs. Caleb Horn spins one up off the square. A blocking foul will go against Scottsbluff. They're going to get Harold Baez or Connor McCracken. It'll go on Harold Baez. First team foul against the Cats, charged to Baez. And Caleb Horn short on the first at the stripe. He's a 69% free throw shooter. Deolis out, Dawson Moore on for the first time tonight. Dawson, a super sub, instant offense, averages 7.5 points a game. 38% shooter from deep. Caleb Horn missed both. Rebound to Chance Parker. Chance has been active here in his early minutes off the bench. Moore handles. Out high, gives it to Baez right side. Harold dribbles middle. Steps into a three ball and knocks it down. Harold Baez does not lack for confidence shooting a rock, and that one falls. 13-7. Steven Garcia to Lee. Kaya Kramer on the perimeter. Kramer handles the ball with both hands pretty well. Garcia, some contact, count it, and a foul for Steven Garcia. That'll be his first bucket, and he's an 84% free throw shooter. A 5'9" junior who averages 11 points a game on the board for the first time tonight. This foul goes against Chance Parker, his first. 2:14 to play in the first quarter. The lead right now at 13-9 for Scottsbluff. And Garcia true on the foul shot. Some three-quarter court trapping zone defense right now. The look from North Platte. Moore into the paint. Little runner with a right hand short. Rebounded by Lee. Or no, is that Ramos? Yeah, Ramos being bodied up the floor by Dawson Moore, who missed the shot on the far end. Caleb Horn picks up his dribble and gets it to Garcia. Garcia jab stepping at Baez. Baez, the man defender on Garcia. Garcia on the catch. Top of the key. Goes by Baez. Pass to the corner right side. Too tall and off the fingertips and out of bounds. Last touch by Kramer. Garcia taps his chest to say, my bad. We'll get another substitution as Aiden Ornsdorf comes in, a 5'9" junior. Check that senior. Minute and a half to play in the opening quarter. Scottsbluff in the half court with a 3-point lead. McCracken, wing left side. Zone defense, 2-3 look right now. And they're really extending on the perimeter on the side of McCracken. And a blocking foul goes against Mason Lee down low as McCracken put it on the deck on the drive to the rim. 1:18 to play in the first quarter. Baez out, Deolis back on. So it's Deolis, Harsh, Moore, McCracken, and Chance Parker, the five for head coach Scott Gullion. Record-wise for the Cats, 8-10, missing that three, and it's going to go out of bounds last touched by Jack Moore. Good positioning for the O board that time by Parker, and again, he's been solid here early off the bench. Deolis, right wing. Dawson Moore. Parker posting. Moore moved to his left, hoping to find an angle to dump it down low. They get it to Chance. He goes from left to right. Can't score it off the square. O board, Scottsbluff. McCracken, that'll be a deuce. Connors got his first field goal of the night. Scottsbluff back to a 5-point lead at 15-10. Ramos clears. They get the basketball to Arnsdorf. 40 seconds to play in the quarter. North Platte pulls the basketball out. Head coach Matt Kaminsky wants some motion, some movement, and it looks like he wants the final shot of the quarter. 25 seconds to play. Ramos protects the ball with two hands, looks to his head coach. Ramos with Deolis defending. Ramos to Lee, out of the corner, the three-point shot wouldn't go, chance for the Cats. On the push, Diolis. Josiah into some contact. Beats Dawson Moore. A shot at the buzzer. It goes! Scottsbluff leads 18-10 on the three-point shot from Dawson Moore at the first quarter horn. 7 points off the bench combined for Parker and Moore, really helping the cause in the early going. After one, Scottsbluff leading 18-10 on the West Coast scoreboard.
The kids need to run off some energy after school or too cold to play outside? Bring them to Planet Bounce at the Monument Mall. With many bounce houses, a concession stand, and the largest redemption arcade around, Planet Bounce has hours of fun. Call today to schedule your birthday party, or ask Ron about renting a bounce house for your party, office party, or corporate event. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Planet Bounce Family Fun Center at the Monument Mall.
With the new year comes resolutions. Complete your resolution to replace your windows by calling Renewal by Anderson. And right now is your last chance to buy 2019 windows at 2018 prices. Plus, pay nothing until 2020. That's right. You will get 20% off every window and door, plus no money down, no interest, and no payments for 12 months. And free window diagnosis, free in-home estimate, and free removal and disposal of your old windows. Hurry. This offer ends February 15th. Call 472-2199 to take advantage of this offer before the 2018 prices are gone.
Chris Cottrell back with you tonight on KNDB.TV and 101.7 The Trail from our Logos broadcast position here at Scottsbluff High. Stop into Logos. The guys there will custom design it, print it, have it ready for the game. No job too big or small for Logos downtown Gering. Scottsbluff with the ball, an 8-point lead. And looking for an 11-point lead. The three-point field goal wouldn't go for Connor McCracken, but right now Scottsbluff really cleaning up on the offensive glass. McCracken, another catch-and-shoot opportunity, and that one won't drop. Rebound comes to North Platte. Arnsdorf across the timeline into the front court, gives it to Kaya Kramer. Harsh out on the perimeter defending. Mason Lee, a cutter. Arnsdorf runs through, no pass made. Now Kramer. Kaya Kramer puts it on the deck. Hesitation dribble, can't score with the left hand. And Kramer touched it last. It hit the baseline out of bounds. It'll go to the Bearcats. Baez in, McCracken, no. Who's going to sit? Harsh. So Moore, Harold, Diolis, Connor McCracken, and Chance Parker. A little less than a minute played here in the quarter. Moore on the catch out high. Three ball on the way. That's down. Dawson's outside shot. Looking solid here in the early going. Two early trays. That was, it's like I had a scope on that one from where I'm positioned and where he set up to shoot the ball, and that thing was good the minute it left the fingertips. Kaya Kramer, side screen and roll. Lee rolls to the bucket, nothing doing there. Now Jack Moore. Derek Ramos, jab steps on Diolis. He's not going to have the quickness to do a whole lot against Josiah tonight. Got in the air, bounce pass, turned it over. Second turnover committed by North Platte. They run it more on the perimeter. Diolis down low, nice pass to Chance Parker. That creates an opportunity at the line for Chance. That's the second foul committed by Mason Lee. Max Hayes and Mason Lee with two apiece. Parker at the line on the year at 78% heading into last weekend. Misses the first. 6:26 to play here in the first half. Second from Chance Parker. Got one of two. Now Chance will sit as Clarkson re-enters the ball game for the Bearcats. Some pressure now in the backcourt from Scottsbluff. Ramos handles. He's walking it up the floor against McCracken. Dribbles left. Bounce pass into the corner to Kramer. Kramer picks up his dribble. Jack Moore goes right by Clarkson, attacks the rim, and gets the layup with the right hand. Jack Moore has 5. Clarkson catches low post, goes to work, comes back to his right. The jump hook with a right hand wouldn't go. Whistle, jump ball, possession arrow gives it to the North Platte Bulldogs. 5:57 to play first half. Leads at 10 right now for the Bearcats, 22-12. They led 18-10 at the end of one. And an early 4-2 start for the Cats here in the second quarter. 2:10 play. Caleb Horn to Moore. On the perimeter, Steven Garcia. He's only got one clean look from behind the arc where he shoots it at 45%. Kaya Kramer's three ball wouldn't drop. That's touched last by Arnsdorf. Down along the baseline under the basket, Scottsbluff will get the basketball back. Lady Bearcats lost earlier, 61-57. Dawson Moore. They double team Dawson. He throws over top to Diolis. Diolis ducks in, dumps it off on some penetration, got it to Clarkson. And we'll see if Sam can get that first made free throw of the season. Or if they call this on the floor, they did. First foul on Caleb Horn. 5th team foul against North Platte. 5:21 to play in the half. Scottsbluff with McCracken playing it into Diolis. Josiah behind his back, lost the defender. Free throw line jumper wouldn't go. Rebound comes off, controlled by North Platte's Jack Moore. Moore, pull-up jumper, right elbow, down for two. Moore has 7. Lead right now at 8. Diolis, Euro steps into a little runner that wouldn't drop. Ball comes off, grabbed by North Platte, and a whistle and a foul goes against Sam Clarkson. Luke Zimbelman grabbed that rebound. 4:52 to play. First half action here tonight at Scottsbluff High. About 20 away from 8 o'clock. High school basketball coverage on KNEB.TV and 101.7 The Trail. Zimbelman goes by a defender, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul against McCracken, I think. Contesting at the rim. Connor picks up the personal. First foul on Connor. And just the 4th team foul called on Scottsbluff. So Zimbelman at the line, a 56% free throw shooter, got the first. Harsh back in. Clarkson will sit. That 3-man big guy rotation, if you will, with Clarkson, Parker, and Harsh. Zimbelman cans both. Lead now at 6, 22-16 after a little 4-0 run here, mini run for North Platte. Zone trap. Couldn't get the trap on Moore out near the corner at half court. Instead, it's McCracken. Got deep, couldn't score. Contact underneath the basket, and everybody continues to play through. Hayes feeds outside. Steven Garcia, wide open 3-ball down. His first 3, he's got 6. Just like that, the lead now for Scottsbluff at 3, 22-19. North Platte will stick in the trapping zone defense here. Diolis throws over top. Good ball movement. Creates an open shot. Baez 3 out of the corner. That splashes down. Harold's got 8. We've got a timeout on the floor. 3:52 to play in the first half. 25-19. Scottsbluff leads by 6 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
At Platte Valley Bank, we understand that you have a busy life, and that means you don't always have time to come to the bank. That's why we offer user-friendly online and mobile banking with features such as iPay, recurring transfers, and mobile deposit. So you can bank how you want, when you want to. Whether you prefer to bank in person, over the phone, or online, Platte Valley Bank makes it easy to take care of your finances.
Out of the timeout, North Platte basketball. It's Scottsbluff leading 25-19 after the Baez three on the other end. He's got 8. Caleb Horn on the catch. Three-point arc extended. Garcia pump fake, some dribble penetration. That comes off the iron. Horn an offensive rebound. He's going to get 2 now at the line. And Scottsbluff charged with another personal foul. This one will go on Sebastian Harsh with a push down low. First foul on Harsh, 5th team foul against the Cats. 3:31 to play in the first half. And Caleb Horn is 0 for 3. Make it 1 for 4 at the free throw line. Diolis to Moore. They dump it now low to Harsh. Harsh loose, reverse layup, comes off. Last touch, nope, they'll keep it in bounds. Good job by North Platte to save the basketball. Max Hayes. Zimbelman. Now, Jack Moore gives it off to Horn. Horn, good job by Diolis to reach in and take the basketball. Diolis on the sprint out the other direction, spins his way really away from the basket, couldn't score. There's an open look. That's down. 3 for 3 from long range for Dawson Moore. Find him. 28-20. Lead at 8. Jack Moore. A little scoop lefty finish that time. Finger roll for a deuce for Jack Moore. He's got 9. 6 here in the quarter. 2.5 minutes to play in the first half. Moore got away with a reach-in foul. Harsh going to dial it up from outside. Rebounded by Jack Moore. 2:20 to play in the half. Moore dribbles right. They're going to clear out. They get the ball to Horn. Garcia, open look. Zimbelman's 3. That's good. Luke Zimbelman. 5 points all here in the second quarter, and it's a 3-point lead for Scottsbluff at 28-25. Diolis, high left side, moves to his left. Jack Moore gives him a little bit of space. They're going to go underneath the screen on the screen and roll, working against Diolis. He can't score it. Ball loose, grabbed by Caleb Horn. He couldn't hang on. It goes out of bounds. Scottsbluff will keep it on the far end of the floor. Harsh out. Parker on. Quentin Scott comes on. And Diolis will get a seat. 28-25. Scottsbluff basketball. Baez back to Dawson Moore. Baez. These guys off the bench carrying the load here in the first half. 3 ball for, I say off the bench. Harold, of course, now in the starting lineup, but still. Point being, he's got 3 threes. He's got 11 points. Dawson Moore has 9, all from long range. And Scottsbluff jumps it back to a 6-point cushion, 31-25. Kaya Kramer directing traffic. Derek Ramos back in the game. Excuse me, 1:02 to play in the half. Steven Garcia steps back into a 3. Scott Golian said if he gets his feet set, the ball's going in. That time, had to get those puppies set in a hurry off the step back, and Garcia now with 9 points. Back to a 3-point lead, 31-28. Ball's tipped. That'll be a turnover. Just the second of the game committed by the Bearcats. Zimbelman to Garcia. Thought about the 3, looking for the tie game. 33 seconds to play. They're going to back it out and take the final shot of the first half. They tried to get the final shot of the first quarter, but they went with about 10 seconds. Shot with 8, and eventually Scottsbluff scored right before the start of the end of the first quarter. We're down to 13 seconds on the clock. Kramer, but he's going to shoot a contested 3, and he finds the bottom of the net. Kaya Kramer ties the game at 31. Connor McCracken dribbles inside the arc, They're going to let the play go, no whistle, and Connor can't get the shot to fall. Scottsbluff and North Platte all even here at halftime. We're tied at 31 on the West Coast scoreboard.
With Viero's entertainment trifecta package, never miss the big play. Work on becoming the new and improved you, or invite friends to compete in the game. Get the power of free. Get 2 new lines of HD Plus and internet service, and we will give you Sling TV, an Air TV player, and a big screen TV, all for free. Get the entertainment trifecta package today. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected to the content you love.
My big secret for designing a quality kitchen on a budget is J&K Cabinetry. They have all the great standard features that my clients love. Solid wood doors and frames, soft close doors and drawers, dovetail joinery. The quality is amazing. J&K Cabinetry has 17 beautiful locations, sells directly to designers, contractors, and dealers, and provides plenty of options for a semi-custom look. But the most important thing is having a satisfied client and just seeing how much they love their kitchen. J&K Cabinetry, a new kitchen around you.
ZM Lumber in Scottsbluff, your local headquarters for J&K Cabinetry.
Halftime score here at Scottsbluff High, the back end of our girls and boys doubleheader, with Scottsbluff entertaining North Platte High School tonight. At the break, all tied up in our boys matchup, 31-31, Scottsbluff and North Platte. We'll get to our halftime look at the numbers brought to you by Arby's, but first let's recap the girls game from earlier tonight as North Platte stormed back from down by as many as 13 points in the second half. They trailed by 8 at the end of the third quarter, and they rally with a furious comeback over the final 8 minutes of action. They outscore Scottsbluff down the stretch in the fourth, 26-14. And they get the 4-point win here on the road tonight. It was ugly for North Platte for long stretches as far as the turnovers were concerned. Unofficially, I had North Platte for 25 turnovers in the game. That said, they play well in the fourth when it counted. They got 19 points from Gracie Hanneborg, 13 from Abby Hedgecock, and 13 more from Peyton Negley. And a big-time win on the road as they get to 9-9 on the season. The North Platte High Lady Bulldogs and head coach Tyson Hammond win it 61-57. We went with Mariah Vilas, our Taco John's player of the game for the Lady Bearcats. She had 13. Yada Garcia led the team with 16. Aubrey Krentz had 13, and also in double figures, Mackenzie Dunkel had a 12-point evening, and 8 of those 12 came in the opening quarter. Tough loss tonight for the Scottsbluff girls. They're now at 9-10. We'll take a break, come back with more here at halftime. We'll get to our Arby's halftime update right after this when we come back on KNEB.
The kids need to run off some energy after school or too cold to play outside? Bring them to Planet Bounce at the Monument Mall. With many bounce houses, a concession stand, and the largest redemption arcade around, Planet Bounce has hours of fun. Call today to schedule your birthday party, or ask Ron about renting a bounce house for your party, office party, or corporate event. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Planet Bounce Family Fun Center at the Monument Mall.
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
Time for a look at the halftime numbers brought to you by Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. North Platte by quarter scored 10 in the first, 21 in the second. I've got North Platte for just 3 turnovers. They've had 5 players score, 9 points apiece for Steven Garcia. Their long-range marksman hit 2 threes in the second quarter. 9 points for Jack Moore, 5 for Caleb Horn, a 3-ball for Kaya Kramer, and they've got 5 off the bench from Luke Zimbelman, who averages 1 point per game. Scottsbluff just 2 turnovers on the night to this point unofficially. 18 in the first quarter, 13 in the second for their 31. Leading the way, Harold Baez has 11. 9 points off the bench for Dawson Moore. 5 points for Chance Parker. Josiah Diolis with 4, and 2 points is all through the first 16 minutes for Connor McCracken, their leading scorer, who averages 16.5 points per game. Look at the numbers here at the break, brought to you by Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. Here at halftime, we're tied at 31 apiece on the West Coast scoreboard. So is this 28?
The Mixing Bowl in Gearing, serving breakfast and lunch every day using Grandma Ruth's recipes for 5 years. Stop for lunch and try a Cali Turkey BLT or one of our gourmet burgers. Have a homemade cabbage burger or butterball soup on Thursdays. Or try our weekend brunch and have cinnamon roll pancakes or the roasted duck Benedict. Stop by the Mixing Bowl on your way to work and grab a freshly baked muffin, Grebel, or Dana Kuga out of our bakery case and a specialty coffee made just for you. The Mixing Bowl, 1945 10th Street in Gearing, bringing great food and great people together.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
Scottsbluff boys and North Platte tied 31 all here at halftime. The Scottsbluff girls lost in one that they probably don't want to think a whole lot about leaving the gym here tonight. The final was 61-57 as they got outscored by 12 points, 26-14 in the final 8 minutes of the game, going from an 8-point lead after 3 to a 4-point home loss here tonight against North Platte. Scottsbluff will be home again tomorrow night for a girls and boys doubleheader against McCook. I visited a long conversation with the Cook boys coach Jeremy Yolk over at the Gearing High JV game earlier this afternoon. Go back with Coach Yolk a ways. Once I started at KNEB, we're both Chicago Cubs fans, and came over in the bleachers, had a long chat, and he's just hoping they play smart and solid basketball out here tonight and tomorrow, and be in the game with a chance to win in the fourth quarter. The McCook girls, if the score I saw on social media was right, they got, a 13-point win, I think 54-41, something of that nature. McCook a win tonight over at Gearing. Maybe in a little bit of a surprise there. I saw that score on Twitter from Mark Ryan of the Star Herald, so that would be a big win and a tough loss if you're the Gearing Lady Bulldogs. We'll come back and we'll keep it right here for let's step away. We're tied at 31. We'll have more here at halftime right after this. 31 apiece on the West Coast scoreboard.
With Viero's entertainment trifecta package, never miss the big play. Work on becoming the new and improved you, or invite friends to compete in the game. Get the power of free. Get 2 new lines of HD Plus and internet service, and we will give you Sling TV, an Air TV player, and a big screen TV, all for free. Get the entertainment trifecta package today. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected to the content you love.
Regional West is one of 3 Level 2 trauma centers in Nebraska.
We have all the resources here 24 hours a day to address any traumatic injury.
From emergency medical services to advanced medical imaging and surgery to acute care and rehabilitation.
It's comforting to know that if an accident happens here, our families, our friends, our neighbors, and even we ourselves will get expert trauma care and rehabilitation services right here at Regional West.
Chris Control with you tonight here from Scottsbluff High School. Just about set for the start of the third quarter here. Second half action on the way in just a moment. Panhandle Trails, Inner City Public Transit, they offer regularly scheduled accessible bus service serving communities between Alliance and Scottsbluff Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and 21 Panhandle communities on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Reservations are required. You can visit panhandletrails.com or call them up at 761-TRIP. That's 761-TRIP. For North Platte, Kramer, Moore, Horn, Hayes, and Garcia, their original starting 5 on the floor here to start the second half. North Platte in the road blue jerseys and shorts tonight. Scottsbluff will go with their original starting 5 as well. Clarkson, Baez, Diolis, McCracken, and Sebastian Harsh. Scottsbluff led by 8 at the end of 1. 18-10. They got outscored in the second quarter, 21-13. We are underway here in half number 2. Early stages of the third quarter. Harsh on the catch. Baez off a screen. Finds Harsh. They'll post up Clarkson. Clarkson to Connor. Connor goes baseline. Lost it on the way up. I think he might have tried to throw that thing down. And a good job by Max Hayes to save it. Throw the basketball off Harsh. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bash. 31-31. North Platte will look for an opening possession bucket here, and they take the lead if they can get on the board here first in the second half. Garcia. A post up down low. Horn looks opposite, finds Hayes. Jack Moore, an open 3, and North Platte has themselves a 3-point lead as Jack Moore knocks down his second triple of the night. He's up to 12 points for the ball game. 3-point lead for the Bulldogs, 34-31. Clarkson underneath, lost his footing, and the shot spun wild, nowhere near the rim. Steven Garcia feeds Moore. Quickly underneath, it goes to Horn. 5 straight out of the locker room for North Platte. They lead it by 5, 36-31. Harsh picks up his dribble. Now they're going to double team. Baez, good job to get out of the trap. Baez open look. Too strong. Rebound to Max Hayes for North Platte. Kaya Kramer has the basketball, far side, into the front court. On the catch, Horn. Now up top, Kaya Kramer. Kramer moves the basketball. They reverse it left side. Now Jack Moore. They will back the ball out near midcourt, reset the offense. North Platte, their biggest lead of the night. Backdoor cut, easy 2, a 7-0 spurt as Kaya Kramer goes baseline. Beautiful set that time from North Platte, and a bump on Horn. Or check that, Jack Moore. That'll be first foul on Jack Moore. Nearly 2 minutes gone by in this third quarter. And Diolis is going to head to the bench as Dawson Moore checks in. 38-31. It's a 7-point lead all of a sudden for North Platte. Man defense for North Platte. They've got Garcia defending here against Baez. Baez picks up his dribble. Dawson Moore hit 3 first half threes. Clarkson, Baez goes baseline, finger roll with the right hand, comes off. Tapped out by Max Hayes, grabbed by Kaya Kramer. Jack Moore gets it to Hayes. Outside, wide open look for Steven Garcia, and a 45% three-point shooter, just a hair long on that one. McCracken looks for a 3 on the other end. His outside shot has been off tonight as Harsh lost the basketball trying to corral a long rebound here in the near corner. A timeout taken by Scott Gullion. This will be a 30-second break. We'll stay right here, and it is North Platte coming out of the locker room. Guns blazing on the Bearcats. Buckets from Caleb Horn and Kaya Kramer, and a 3-ball from Jack Moore to get things started. A 7-0 run for North Platte to start the second half, and it was 18-10 at the end of the first quarter. Since then, a 28-11 run, if you will, for North Platte. They've got guys that can handle the basketball, usually at probably 4 positions on the court at a time with some of these rotations and combinations they play with. Max Hayes picked up 2 early fouls in the first half, and that was about it for him, but he's back out there now. He's kind of one of their bangers down low. Caleb Horn catches behind the 3-point line. They give him some space. Now Hayes Dribbles out of the corner, gets it to Horn. Steven Garcia, they'll get a hand up on Garcia, one of their good shooters. Kaya Kramer, back to Hayes. Hayes, Kramer, now Garcia, left side. Nestled in there between the wing and corner spots. They're staying patient with the basketball. Kaya Kramer thought about the three. Now Horn, a baseline jumper, rattles out, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jack Moore. McCracken was there as well, and I think Matt Kaminsky was thinking that ball went off McCracken. Scottsbluff down 7 with it. Tobias, they get it to Harsh. Harsh lost his footing, the layup wouldn't go, and rebounded by Caleb Horn. Horn North Platte. Kramer up the floor near side, now Max Hayes. Leading 38-31, 4:20 to play in this third quarter, and North Platte clearly wanting to stay patient on the offensive end. Dribble handoff, Horn spins away from Sam Clarkson and finishes with a left-hand layup. Horn has 4 of the 9-0 here in the third quarter to this point. Scottsbluff has not scored in the first 4 minutes. McCracken. They run 2 defenders at Clarkson. He's in the paint, and there they break the drought with a jump hook with a right hand for Sam Clarkson. His first 2 points of the night. Moore to Garcia, back outside. Caleb Horn steps into a 3. It's good. Knocks down the tray. We've got Jack Moore down on the court. He's up to his feet, but really struggling to walk something off. They're going to get Derek Ramos on. James Buck helping Moore off the floor, and Jack Moore has 12 points, so that's a key loss for North Platte. We'll see if they're able to get him taped up and back into the ball game. But a 3 for Horn, 7 in the quarter. He's up to 12 points, and it's a 10-point lead right now for North Platte here tonight against Scottsbluff. 43-33. They're trapping, and then they're playing some man. McCracken goes baseline and scores 2 off the glass. Connor has just 4 points tonight. 43-35. North Platte basketball. Remember, they won at home against Alliance, so they can beat good basketball teams. Steven Garcia, some contact on, well, he gave a nice head fake and ball fake to the right, and that kind of cleared open his strong hand. The lefty on the drive. And eventually gets him to the free throw line. On the year, 84% for Steven Garcia. Gets the shooter's roll on the first. He's up to 10 points on the night. He's 2 for 2 at the stripe. Misses the second. Lead stays at 9, 44-35. McCracken dumps it off to Baez. Back to Connor on the wing right side. Wide open 3 out of the corner for Harold. It is down. Harold's feeling it from downtown tonight. That's his 4th tray. He's up to 14 points. Lead right now at 6, 44-38. Derek Ramos again on the floor because Jack Moore came off with what looked like an ankle injury. And now a timeout taken by Matt Kaminsky. Will break as well. 2:38 to play in the third. North Platte leads by 6 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Think a utility vehicle should do more than take you places? So does Kubota. That's why our all-new Sidekick is built to do it all. Climb more. Tow more. Go more. Cross over to more today. Take your Kubota Sidekick home with no money down and 0% financing for 36 months.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
Platte with a solid set out of the timeout, but they come up empty in the half-court possession. Ball batted around here on the Scottsbluff end of the floor. Cats still maintain it. Dawson Moore almost drug that pivot foot. Gets it to McCracken, right side wing. Dawson Moore, boy, he was open. Instead, it's Connor wide open. That three wouldn't go. Offensive rebound. Chance Parker cleans up the miss. And Chance Parker now has 7 points. North Platte lead at 4 with under a minute 50 to play here in the third quarter. Zimbelman. I'm going to check that. That's Arnsdorf, and he kicks it away on the bounce pass from Steven Garcia. So now it's North Platte once up by 10. Now clinging to a 4-point lead as Scottsbluff tries to come back here late in the third quarter. Harold Baez having himself a night. He's got 14 points. Connor on the catch. Goes to work on the dribble. And a whistle and a hold. And the foul called against North Platte. It'll go on Max Hayes. That'll be his third. Second team foul against the Bulldogs from North Platte here in the second half. Jack Moore back onto the floor now for North Platte. That's good news for them. Parsh lobs it to Baez. It goes through his hands, but he tracks down the loose ball. Over near the sideline. One might have got away with a walk underneath. Instead, a little dipsy-do with a reverse for a layup off the square for Dawson Moore. And now a little warning for Matt Kaminsky out of the coach's box. For Dawson Moore, he's into double figures with that last bucket. He's now got 11. 68 seconds to play in this quarter. Will North Platte try and take the final shot of the third quarter? They've looked for the final shot each of the first two quarters with around 40 seconds to play. Jack Moore, jab steps on Baez. He's had a hot hand at times tonight. Dump it down low. Caleb Horn, and an offensive foul wrapping around with the off arm. So Scottsbluff trailed by 10 here in this quarter. Currently on a 7-0 run. And with a chance to tie or take the lead with a three-ball or a three-point play. 40 seconds, wide open underneath, and McCracken scores. We're tied at 44 here in the third quarter. Jack Moore backs up the dribble for North Platte. Steven Garcia's on the bench. Caleb Horn with Chance Parker defending, and there's a backcourt violation committed by North Platte. 22.5 seconds left, and Scottsbluff can now maybe take the lead here with a field goal. I'm sure they'll look to play for the final shot of the quarter. Parsh inbounds the basketball to Dawson Moore. Moore dribbles left. He's got Ramos defending. Ramos, now McCracken. Kaya Kramer out to defend on Connor. 10 seconds to play. Dawson near midcourt. Left-hand dribble. Pass to Parker. And that is in and out of the hands, but saved by Baez. Baez will launch and come up short. And we will head to the fourth, knotted up at 44. 3 quarters complete tonight. Scottsbluff and North Platte will decide things next. A 44-44 tie as we head to the fourth on the West Coast scoreboard.
With Viero's Entertainment Trifecta package, never miss the big play. Work on becoming the new and improved you, or invite friends to compete in the game. Get the power of free. Get 2 new lines of HD Plus and internet service, and we will give you Sling TV, an Air TV player, and a big screen TV, all for free. Get the Entertainment Trifecta package today. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected to the content you love.
There's a place where folks still play with fire. The common ground between backyard barbecue heroes and professional chefs. This is where friendships are forged. Fire and flavor come together, and new techniques are perfected. Here, in Big Green Egg Country, cooking is still treated as an art form. And since the most versatile grill you'll ever own comes with a lifetime warranty, you'll always have the ultimate cooking experience.
Visit the experts at Paul Reed Construction, your authorized Big Green Egg dealer.
Buckle up for what should be an exciting fourth quarter. We're tied 44 apiece here with Scottsbluff and North Platte. Chris Cottrell with you from our Logos broadcast post. Relive any of our exciting high school sports broadcasts on our podcast page at kneb.com. Brought to you by First State Bank of Scottsbluff and Gehring. And opening possession, offensive foul, a moving screen is the call against Mason Lee. He picks up his third personal foul. Scottsbluff can take the lead, tied at 44. Connor for a three in the lead. Wasn't able to get it to drop, but a foul leaning into him, defending on the shot, was Jack Moore. That'll be the second on Moore. Key foul there as Connor will get 3 at the stripe. Connor coming into play last week, or check that. Connor out of last weekend at 76% at the free throw line. He struggled from outside tonight. He's now got 7 points. All 3 of his field goals from inside the arc. That free throw a little bit short. We'll see if he can make it 2 out of 3 here this trip to the line. Harsh and Parker there to rebound and miss. Connor gets 2 of 3. And Scottsbluff has the lead. And again, out of the end of third quarter timeout, Garcia still not into the game. Ball loose on the floor. Harsh rips it away from Mason Lee. Dawson Moore sprints it into the front court. He goes to the rim, finds an open shooter. Baez off the mark. Offensive board. McCracken can't score it. Grabs his own miss. Can he get that one to go? They're going to wave it off and a push called on the floor. So no basket for McCracken. Scottsbluff battling underneath for the offensive rebounds with Connor. Well, you had a feeling that 3 from Harold was going to drop because Harold Baez has been shooting the basketball well tonight. He's got 14 to lead the Cats in scoring. Dawson Moore also in double figures. He's got 11 off the bench. 7:16 to play in the game. They lob it into Baez. McCracken goes baseline. Make it a 4-point lead. Chance to make it a 5-point lead. It is a 13-0 run right now for the Bearcats. Scottsbluff trailed by 10 at one point in the third quarter. This run started when they trailed 44-35, and they've now scored 14 straight, and they lead by 5, 49-44. They kind of woke themselves back up, and now they're putting their foot down a little bit. Steven Garcia, step back 3. That's short. Might have been partially deflected on the release by McCracken. Baez, and he stepped along the near sideline. It'll be North Platte basketball. Not a lot of turnovers. And again, I like to preface this by saying totally unofficial, but I've got each team for just 5. Garcia runs off a down screen, catches out high, dribbles left, dribble handoff to Derek Ramos. Now Kaya Kramer launches from the wing right side. North Platte back within 2 on that triple from Kaya Kramer, his second tray of the night. 49-47, Scottsbluff. Baez pass deflected, grabbed by Harsh. They fire one right side. McCracken attacks and throws it down with 2 hands. Connor McCracken has all 7 points for the Cats in this fourth quarter, and Matt Kaminsky wants a timeout. Good timeout. Student section on fire across the way. It'll be a full timeout for North Platte. 6:17 to go. We'll step away. 51-47. Cats lead on the West Coast scoreboard.
When was the last time you were at Teacher's Corner? We're now TC and More. Come see what you've been missing. Clothing, jewelry, flags, home decor, toys, American made. Stop in and see what you've been missing. TC and More, downtown Scottsbluff.
The kids need to run off some energy after school or too cold to play outside? Bring them to Planet Bounce at the Monument Mall. With many bounce houses, a concession stand, and the largest redemption arcade around, Planet Bounce has hours of fun. Call today to schedule your birthday party, or ask Ron about renting a bounce house for your party, office party, or corporate event. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Planet Bounce Family Fun Center at the Monument Mall.
Chris Cottrell with you tonight. Quick reminder, for more than 125 years, Wells Fargo Advisors has created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving their clients' personal financial goals. Call Ryan Windhorst at 632-7561. Together, you'll go far, as North Platte, out of a timeout that they took, throws the basketball away on a bounce pass down around the ankles of Zimbelman, and Scottsbluff gets it back, leading by 4, 51-47. Make it 54-47. Harold Baez has his 5th tray of the night. He's up to 17 points here this evening. Scottsbluff back in control, leading by 7. Derek Ramos, dribble penetration, a scoop righty layup wouldn't go. Dawson Moore across the timeline. Moore on the penetration. His scoop, no. Offensive rebound. Chance Parker's put back, a no-go. Offensive rebound, 3. Cracks at it. And finally, McCracken fouled, and he'll get 2 at the line. .536 left in the game. And McCracken knocks down another. He's got 8 points in the quarter. Oh, missed that one badly. In fact, came up short of the rim. I think he might even chuckle at himself a little bit as he comes to the near sideline. Hey, all you can do is laugh it off if you're Connor. Can't get it back. 55-47. A 20-3 run currently for Scottsbluff. Diolas back on the floor. They're hounding Ramos on the perimeter. There's Jack Moore. Now to Steven Garcia. Garcia to Kaya Kramer, right side. Up top, Ramos. Jack Moore goes the opposite way of the screen, puts it up with the right hand. A foul goes against Dawson. Moore on Moore right there. Foul on the floor goes against Dawson Moore. 21 after 8 o'clock here on a Thursday night. Garcia in the corner left side. Boy, if he had his feet set, that would have gone up. Instead, it's Kaya Kramer off the screen, hoisting a 3 from the corner left side. Rebounding the miss was Chance Parker. Dawson Moore with a left-hand dribble into the front court. Moore spins towards the middle. Baez has it. Coming off a screen. Nice dump off down low. Parker can't finish off the bounce pass from Josiah Diolas. Now Diolas gets a steal. He's going to attack the rim and couldn't score. Wild shot, rebound and a push, and a foul goes on Dawson Moore. Check that, Harsh. .55-47. 20-3 run right now for the Bearcats. 11-3 here, Scottsbluff in the fourth quarter. Foul on the perimeter goes against Diolas. Max Hayes back in for North Platte. Connor McCracken checks back in. Dawson Moore will take a seat for the Bearcats. Arnsdorf inbounds for the Bulldogs. Steven Garcia dribble handoff to Aiden Arnsdorf. Jack Moore, wing left side, step or two behind the arc. Garcia attacks the rim, feeds Kaya Kramer, 3-ball, in and out, rebounded by Harold Baez. Baez in traffic, lost the basketball, regains possession, gets it to Diolis, the point guard across the timeline. Fires a pass to Parker, goes straight to the rim, count it, and a foul. Chance for a three-point play for Chance Parker. Diolis the pass, and Parker the finish. Chance Parker now with 9 points. Can't knock down the foul shot, but hustling after the loose ball was Harsh, who had it, and then it was knocked away by Arnsdorf. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Scottsbluff. 57-47. Cats have extended this run to 22-3. Over halfway through in this fourth quarter. Parker. Multiple defenders head towards Chance Parker on the catch. Now Harsh a three. That's short. Rebound comes off, grabbed by Parker. Parker faces up. That pass deflected. McCracken to the rim, finishes. 9 in the quarter, and Connor's up to 15 points. 3:20 to play. Arnsdorf, wild drive, and he'll get bailed out with a foul call. Foul goes on Diolis. First foul tonight on Josiah Diolis, the junior point guard. And Arnsdorf unable to convert at the stripe. Harsh out. Moore back in. Couple of misses, and then Kaya Kramer thought he had tracked down the rebound, stepped along the far sideline. Timeout taken by Matt Kaminsky, and North Platte will step away as well. 59-47, Cats on a big long run right here, and they lead by 12 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gearing.
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
Late stages fourth quarter, 3:16 to play. Scottsbluff leading by 12 now. They trailed by as many as 10 in the third quarter, but they woke back up, and they are really taking it to North Platte here of late. Into the front court. They move the basketball to Dawson Moore. A three falls out of the corner. Baez the assist. Those two have been doing it all night long. Harold has 17, Dawson now with 14. And Connor McCracken, of course, has picked things up. A nice nifty reverse layup without using the square that time for Caleb Horn. Just the 5th point of the quarter for North Platte. Diolas attacks the rim, finishes with a right hand. 5 guys have scored in the 4th for Scottsbluff. Steven Garcia picks up his dribble, and that'll be a backcourt violation. All Cats leading by 15. Diolas leaves it for Parker. Foul comes, and Chance will shoot 2 at the stripe. Boy, Josiah Diolas broke down the defense on the penetration. Helped defense arrive from both directions. He went to his left with the feed to Chance, and Parker gets 2 at the stripe. Chance 78% on the season at the line. And that was the 5th foul on Caleb Horn. His night comes to a close. .2:23 left. Scottsbluff well on their way to their 9th win, and they'll get it back to 1 game under 500 with McCook coming in tomorrow evening. .2:23 to play. Parker couldn't knock down the first. Second on the way now from Chance. Gets 1 of 2. He's into double figures with 10. North Platte in the half court. 4th quarter score from Gehring at last check. McCook leading 35-32. Arnsdorf, Max Hayes, he's going to fire. He averages 3 points a game is all this season. And what are we going to get? Foul on Harsh over the back. 3rd foul on Harsh. 6th foul. Just under 2 minutes to play in the game. Hayes inbounds pass comes to Steven Garcia. Lost his footing. Garcia feeds it outside. And Arnsdorf off the mark. Go board. Goes to Garcia. Hayes can't knock down the tray. Now McCracken has it. Connor gives it up to Harold. Lob it. And finishing at the rim with the layup is Connor McCracken, having himself a huge 4th quarter. He's got 12 points in the quarter. He's up to 18 for the ball game. Blocking foul. This looks like it'll go against Scottsbluff, and I believe they'll get Harold Baez on the call. 3rd foul on Baez, and in the bonus now. Scottsbluff trailed 44-35. It is a 32-4 run. Steven Garcia at the stripe, 84% on the season. And Garcia able to get the first. 32-5 run now for the Cats here down the stretch. To go from down 9, trailed by as many as 10, to leading by 17. 1 of 2 for Garcia. Minute and 25 seconds to play. Baez on the catch, a runner with a right hand. Harold, career high here tonight. He's got 19 points. Harold in line for Taco John's Player of the Game honors, it looks like, here tonight. Steven Garcia, step back, elbow jumper, right side at the foul line. Garcia with 3 in the quarter, 13 here in the game. Pressure in the backcourt. Diolas breaks it himself. Feeds to Quentin Scott. Scott will pull the basketball back out. Good decision from the junior guard. Diolas goes to the rim, can't score, fouled. And Josiah Diolas will head to the free throw line for Scottsbluff. Foul goes on Arnsdorf, that'll be his first. 44.8 to play. It's all Scottsbluff here in the fourth quarter, leading by 17, 69 to 52. Eolas came in averaging 13. He has 7. And Josiah cans both, gets the lead up to 19 points. And wholesale substitutions coming off the bench right now for Scottsbluff. Francisco Torres, Isaiah Mendoza, James Bruner, Quentin Scott, and also checking into the game is Brett Hill, the 5'10 sophomore. First time I've called Brett Hill's name since some blowouts during the fall football season. At the stripe, and Zimbelman gets the first. Couple of makes for Luke Zimbelman. 7 points off the bench tonight for Zimbelman. Came in averaging 1. Torres lobs it into Brett Hill near midcourt. Hill gets the basketball to the veteran on the floor right now, Quentin Scott. Scott on the dribble. Down to 22 seconds to play. Bruner. Back to Scott. Scott. Now Brett Hill. To Mendoza. Now Quentin Scott. Jab steps. Comes left. Whips a pass underneath to James Bruner, and the ball is in and out of Bruner's hands. They'll say last touch by Bruner. It'll be North Platte basketball. 9.3 on the clock. Runs the post-game show. We'll get started here in just a moment or two. Zimbelman on the drive. He's got 9. That'll do it. Our final score, 71 to 56. Scottsbluff comes back and rolls with 27 points here in the fourth quarter. They outscore 27 to 12, and they end the game on a big-time run. Do the Bearcats tonight. They get to 9 and 10 with the victory. Runs a post-game show in a moment. 71-56, the final on the West Coast scoreboard.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
With Viero's entertainment trifecta package, never miss the big play. Work on becoming the new and improved you, or invite friends to compete in the game. Get the power of free. Get 2 new lines of HD Plus and internet service, and we will give you Sling TV, an Air TV player, and a big screen TV, all for free. Get the entertainment trifecta package today. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected to the content you love.
The Scottsbluff boys finished tonight's game on a 36-12 run. As they come back, they trailed 44-35. They finished 36-12. They outscored North Platte 27-12 in the fourth quarter, and they win it by the final of 71-56. Still to come here on the post-game show. We'll check the post-game numbers. We'll get a chat in with Scottsbluff head coach Scott Golian, and we'll name our Taco John's player of the game. We'll step away momentarily, come back and get to
We've been an Allo customer from the beginning, 15 plus years.
Almost 15 years.
15 years now. They live here, they work here, they give back to our community. That's very important to us.
It's the difference of night and day between our old internet provider and Allo.
Having that reliability and that speed is extremely important.
Nobody matches that speed. It was a game changer.
Allo came to my site and helped me resolve an issue. At that point, I knew Allo was the company that I wanted to stick with.
(71-56) the final. The Cats finish the game on a 36-12 run, and they pick up their 9th win of the season. 9-10 now the record. Let's get to a check of the post-game stats brought to you by Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. North Platte scoring by quarter, 10, 21, 13, and 12 for their 56. 5 players scored. They had 3 in double figures. Caleb Horn led the team with 14. 13 for Steven Garcia, 12 spot for Jack Moore, and 9 for Luke Zimbelman. Also tonight, 8 points from Kaya Kramer, one of their starting guards. Scottsbluff scoring by quarter, 18, 13, 13, and then 27 to wrap up the evening over the final 8 minutes. Scoring numbers for the Cats. They had 6 players score, led by Harold Baez, who had a career-high 19. 18 points tonight for Connor McCracken. 14 off the bench for Dawson Moore. Chance Parker came off the bench to get 10, so 24 bench points tonight. Huge for the Bearcats. Moore 14, Parker with 10. 8 points for Josiah Diolis, and 2 points tonight for Sam Clarkson. Your scoring totals for the Scottsbluff Bearcats, who improved to 9-10, and they'll host McCook here tomorrow night. That'll be a girls and boys doubleheader. Still to come, a visit with Scott Golian, and we'll name our Taco John's player of the game when we come back right after this on KNEB.
Arby's 2 for $5 mix and match is here for a limited time. How limited? If I tell you, will you still come right now versus putting it off until oops, the deal is over?
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
No matter what job I've got to do, my John Deere 5E tractor can do it all. Whether I'm cutting, moving feed, or building a fence. Using my 5E means my work gets done faster at a price I can afford, and that works for me.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Right out of the locker room, just like last week. And then Josiah went to the bench and the turn-on started. Back on the Runs of Post-Game show, a dominant finishing stretch tonight for Scottsbluff. We're joined now by Scottsbluff head boys basketball coach Scott Golian. Coach, you fell behind right out of the locker room, tied at halftime 31 apiece. You fell down, you had to take a timeout, you dropped down by as many as 10, but you finished the game on a 36-12 run. What really kind of shifted the momentum for you think, in the second half?
I thought really we were able to break down their little press that they were running, and we had guys hit shots. Guys came up big, and we found open guys, and that's what impressed me the most. And then we started playing a little better defense. I think we got a little more energetic, and I don't know if it takes getting down 10 or maybe we should just start down 10-0 and claw our way back the whole game. We like to come back. I don't know. We jump out to an early lead in the first quarter, and I think we started to coast a little bit, thinking it was going to be easy, and it wasn't. I knew that North Platte was going to keep grinding and competing, because that's what they do. And then to start the third quarter, we gave them a nice little cushion and had to compete. But I was really, really proud of them because they responded really well to being down and understanding that they're competing for their season right now. And but just sharing the ball, I thought was tremendous. I mean, we had 19 assists. So I think that's a season high.
Got to talk about Harold. Since coming into the starting lineup, the kid's just been tearing it up for you. Had 5 3-pointers tonight, finished with a team-high 19. And not just that, but you mentioned that extra pass, those assists. He had a few of those, he's catching, he's on fire. Defenders attract to him, and boom, right into the corner, some open shots. He played really well.
Yeah, he did a lot of good things for us. And, he did a pretty good job defensively on Garcia for the most part. I don't know what he ended up with, but
13.
I mean, he did a pretty decent job on him. There was times, it wasn't his fault that the kid scored. The kid's a good player. He hit tough shots, but he rebounded the ball well. He made the extra pass, and really looks like him and Dawson really enjoyed playing together.
Speaking of Dawson, him and Chance Parker, Dawson Moore and Chance Parker, they combined for 24 points off the bench. Chance had 10, and again, kind of crashing the glass at times. Josiah found him on a nice look down around the bucket, and Dawson just a knock-dead shooter from outside. So 24 points off the bench, that's huge.
Yeah, that's always huge to get those extra points off the bench, and I thought Chance played tremendous. And rebounding the ball, defending, scoring the basketball when he had opportunities, and that was one of his better games. And Dawson just keeps coming. He keeps hitting shots for us. He keeps taking care of the ball for us. He kind of being that point guard if Josiah's not in the game, and he's stepping up big right now.
And Connor, after a rough 3 quarters, kind of that senior closer, he got 12 of his 18 in the fourth and capped it off with a big 2-hand flush.
Yeah, he was struggling a little bit the first half. I think he was like 1 for 8 or something like that, but the good thing to see from him is he didn't get down on himself. He just kept playing and kept taking the shots that he had, and he did get going there in the fourth for us, and that was a pretty nice dunk he had.
Checking scores here. I had looked a moment ago. McCook was up 35-32. Now Gearing leads by 8 in the fourth quarter on their home floor. You know what you're going to get with a Coach Ilk team. They're going to be tough, kind of fundamentally sound, work it on the defensive end, and hope they can score enough points to be in the game late. What have you seen from McCook so far this season?
Well, obviously they got good athletes down there. I mean, their football team is always good, and the same guys play basketball, and Coach Ilk does a tremendous job of getting the most out of them. They're going to play hard. They're going to run really good offense, and they're going to compete on the defensive end. We got to make sure we come with energy and to start the game and look to maintain it. And we talked playing 4 quarters. I don't think we played 4 full quarters today, and we're still working to get that.
Win tomorrow would make it 4 straight. That'd be huge. Everybody be feeling good heading into the final regular season game against Gearing next week. Hard to believe we're this close to the start of postseason basketball. Season started and snap of the finger, and we're already at this spot. So 3 straight now. Chance to get 4 tomorrow. Coach, thanks for stopping up. We'll catch you tomorrow morning.
Thanks, Chris.
You bet. Final score tonight, Cats a winner 71-56. We'll come back with our Taco John's player of the game and wrap it all up right after this on KNEB.
We can't warn you that karma is very real. But we can bring you Temperature Tuesdays. Runza makes it all better.
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
doing nothing.
Yeah, it's playing great. I can hear it playing great. We're taking like a 5-minute break.
Is this the last commercial? Just pause it, send it back to me, and then jump ahead. I got to come back and get my player of the game, and I'm ready to get out of here. Back on KNDB.TV and also 101.7 The Trail, wrapping up our girls and boys doubleheader broadcast tonight from here at Scottsbluff High School. Girls fall earlier by the final of 61-57. Final in the boys game 71-56. An easy call on our Taco John's player of the game tonight. We'll go with Harold Baez, the 6'1 senior wing, getting another start tonight. He finished with 19 points, a career high, knocked down 5 3-point field goals. And we are all set now. A Taco John's player of the game honors goes to Harold Baez for tonight. Final score once again, 71-56. Taco John's player of the game, Harold Baez. Taco John's of Scottsbluff and Gering make it a game day tradition. Unwrap the original before or after every game. Scottsbluff splits the doubleheader, 61-57 for the North Platte girls, 71-56. Scottsbluff rallies from down 10 in the second half, and they win it big by 15. Big thanks to everybody on the TV side here tonight, led by TJ and Jonas, our camera crew as well, and back at the studios getting us on and off the air and everything else in between with Kirsten. So a great job by the KNDB crew tonight. Final score in the boys game, 71-56. We'll have Scottsbluff home for McCook tomorrow night. TV side again, and 101.7 The Trail again, pregame at 5:15. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. That'll do it from Scottsbluff High. So long and good night, everybody.